Well, well, there we go. Welcome to the show.
So
And
without any true real knowledge of who we're walking into, or really which household is holding the current command of this particular place, we've kind of got to play it low key until we can figure out which card to play more than anything, I think.
It'll make it harder to bullshit our way through, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is let's come up with a story and have the person with the highest charisma speak, because they're going to be the ones most statistically most likely to be able to speak well.
Yeah, but can they speak they either undercommon or drow?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Because
Yeah, because I'm the I think I might be the only one who speaks Drow.
No. Zhang learned that at some point along when you and I were doing a bunch of stuff.
Right. I tutored you.
Yes.
If I recall
I didn't
correctly.
write down all my languages. That's one thing I just kind of missed.
you would speak like a 1 out of 4 Dean at this point, probably.
Yeah.
Very rudimentary.
Not truly fluent, but enough to pull an
Getting
idea
close.
out of a conversation.
Yeah, you've got a little bit of vocabulary is what's going on.
Yeah.
So you can pick up, words here and there and get the gist of what they're saying, but you can't speak conversationally, basically. Because I think level 2 is conversational, level 3 is semi-fluency, and level 4 is complex abstract terms.
Yeah. Like I got enough that I can pick up what you're laying down for a lead.
All right, you guys take charge at this point. Tell me what you want to do.
Or we could just go in, spells blaze, and kill them all.
Well, that's just it. We don't know how much there is. Is it going to be like half a dozen troops and 2 or 3 officers, or is it going to be like 20 or 30 second, third level drow and half a dozen 5th to 8th power officers? I mean, if we do that, we could find ourselves pushed back pretty hard too.
Yeah, so if we're gonna BS our way through this, like we've got such a varied party, how are we going to this together? Kind of, we've got light elves, we've got a dwarf. Like just seeing that is gonna make them like ping, super suspicious right off the bat.
Yeah. I'm thinking again, the surface elves we can probably disguise as long as they're up for it. I very seriously doubt that oh brother, what's his bucket? I'm losing the name.
Oh,
Our dwarven friend.
Mongo.
Mongo, thank you. Would be willing to disguise himself as a deep dwarf. Just based on his reaction.
Duergar. You might have to give him a couple shots or something.
Anyone got some whiskey?
Have some tequila. Anyone convince anyone to do anything?
Yeah. I have a cousin whose theme song we joke is tequila makes her clothes fall off.
What's her name again?
What's her phone number?
So
I don't think you'd want to see her. She's married with 5 kids.
Hell yeah.
And unfortunately she was very into hard drugs for a while, so she's not super attractive anymore.
Oh darn.
It was when she was in her younger days.
That's usually how it goes. Everything goes well for a little while. Anyway,
not so much.
Yeah. Poor girl. Well, here we are in the Underdark. Mongo predicts you guys are at least a mile underground, if not more.
You feel the pressure of all that weight above you, how far you are away from the living world. More.
Yeah, 1.5 miles, 2 miles, he says, actually. He predicts we've moved under. And you can tell just by the pressure and the smell. He sniffs and he puts his fingers down some weird, I don't know, Brad sounding rock. It doesn't come to me right now. And he sniffs it and rubs it. Yes, definitely. This rock only exists under a mile and a half at least. And there's veins of crystals that are carrying light up sections of the passageway. You're able to replenish your water here and there. This has been a problem. Food, well, and this Mongo recognizes some edible mushrooms and stuff once in a while, and others who may have that specialty or whatever might keep a lookout and find some, who knows, plants or something, fungus.
I have create water actually. That ring of elemental command does actually a whole bunch of different spells that I didn't even know about. So that's
Scott,
pretty-
you're sideways. Scott.
water breathing, wall of ice spray, airy water,
Oh,
tart
okay.
water walking. Yeah, all kinds of fruits.
Okay, so we're gonna start pretty soon here, Scott. Welcome.
Thank you.
We were just talking about getting ready, and we'd stopped for a break. The party, we were assuming, and they just discussing real quick how to move forward. They were gonna go with disguises. Everybody was gonna pigmentations and so on to appear different what they were. So there would be no light elves or light dwarves. Actually, the dwarf was going to be a duergar as much, and the elves were going to also, if you were willing to allow Brad to apply that pigmentation, they can actually turn your skin. Now, if you
Would it
want to
be
mimic,
It's a potion. You drink it.
I'm going to be the Al Jolson elf.
yes. Duh.
We're going to
Keep that-
hell.
Is
that's
that
my-
is that politically correct to say?
I don't know.
I don't think it is.
Totally
Shame on
accurate.
me.
It's my funny bonos goes. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, I'm being recorded too. No, no.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm flashing a tropic thunder. It's like, oh, right on. All right.
What do you people mean, you people?
Yeah. So moving down, you guys tighten up your buckles, cinch down your clasps, and I actually need a charisma roll from you, Scott, to see how your henchman is doing. Dean rolled. Now, Dean, how do your henchmen act? Like we already kind of talked about this.
Yeah.
They're uneasy and skittish.
Yeah, they're out of their element here for sure.
So Dean failed his charisma roll, kind of.
How are we going to disguise them?
I passed mine.
They're
I
humans.
think I'm a 12.
Drederick is solid. He's just like, sire, he has your tea ready. Yeah, loyal Batman. And you always try to change him, right? You're always trying to, I don't need you to, but it's his nature.
Yeah.
The old,
Come on, soldier, buck up.
yeah.
Their standing orders are to take care of chaff that's around us and not necessarily engage officers and stuff like that. So I'm not asking them to do what we're doing either. So hopefully that's going to make it so they're not so badly demoralized. But they are out of their element, especially if our light source ever disappeared totally, because they don't see in the dark.
We can run around and do no problem.
And you guys decided who's going to do the speaking for you was going to be either Boudica or if it came to that.
Yeah, because with this potion, we will look like drow. Like it would be very, very hard to detect.
Well, you'll be
Not like
bigger
it's
though.
or anything.
You might be a little bigger though. If you're a male elf, that's another issue. You'll have to stoop. I don't know. Because male drow are smaller in stature.
Oh, I was gonna say too, Boudica. Like, if we're in a conversational thing and somebody tries to ask me something, just tell them I'm a mute. Or if they ask me, I'll just like point at my throat and just make a gurgling sound.
Now,
I was gonna say-
Boudica, you get goosebumps because you know that the drow have powers to detect lies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Well,
gonna
the powerful ones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Silk, be very careful who we say that to, because they can detect lies fairly easily.
That's
If
the
they're-
training they get at the academies when they get 4th level drow automatic. I refreshed myself on all the drow abilities, and you guys better look out.
Yeah.
But they bleed.
So you're better off, Brad, just not saying anything instead of saying you're a mute. We'll just
Well,
just
if
leave
they,
it.
well, just if they ask, try to ask me something.
Yeah, just leave it at that and just point to your throat and
Yeah.
but don't say anything.
Why don't you cut out his tongue and then you can heal it later?
No, thank you.
Um, hmm.
You people have their tongues.
So Zhang, you're pretty confident that you're not being observed at the moment. Nobody's been tailing you as far as you know. You thought yesterday, way back, remember you stayed in that spot where there was, you stayed in the room that had the kind of well and so on?
The water source, yeah.
Yeah, and you found the little holes?
Mhm.
You could have swore you were being watched that night and you heard sounds like rats scrabbling around and something, little squeaky things talking, and then every time you got up and scrabbled and quick looked, they were gone. Like they were just, and you'd hold up a light or something, and you, but anyway.
Yeah.
You were watching for that stuff again because you're like, and other things. And you're watching the ceiling, obviously, after
After
encounter
our
Yeah,
loss of
always look
Grand
up
Root.
around here.
Boulder. So moving forward for the party, it's would be technically now the second shift. So this should be, if your clocks are holding up, this should be like the second shift of the day, quote unquote. And you're all fit and alert. Your henchmen, Jang, are still good to go, right? But they're down a notch, kind of. You can tell they're just like, oh, this is where are we going? But anyone want to add anything? Now, Scott, I was gonna say if there was anything above and beyond precautions or things you wanted to do, because Mongo warned that you guys pulled out the map and you conversed, and we're gonna hit this outpost or whatever it is soon or later. Like,
This day's travel.
yeah, we have to. I thought we'd hit it yesterday. He even mentioned, he's like kind of puzzled. He's like, oh, I thought we'd hit it yesterday.
No, I don't know, really. I'm a little out of sorts. I'm not sure what to do. I think I'll just kind of let these guys set the tone, figure out what the next encounter is going to be.
Right. As you're moving forward, and sorry, Heather.
So I was just looking. It looks like there is a deity specific to the Drow that takes a vow of silence, and they wear a half mask in that's colored black. So maybe that's a way for Silk to disguise himself.
He's taken the vow.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll see how pious whoever it is you run into, of course.
Materials.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
From sequins.
Yeah. No, very good idea. Now, Boudica, did you are you going to be wearing that armor? It could be recognized.
Yeah, that's my big worry. I think I'm gonna change before we go into the outpost, just to make sure that we don't attract.
Was that +4 or +5 chain? That was
it was +4 or +5 splint, I believe.
Splint.
We went back to the surface.
Like a -4 armor class. But
when we went back to the surface, though, it deteriorates.
Yeah, I looked up that as well. And if it's directly exposed, it goes pretty quick. But if you actually cover it up, it's more about keeping it within the radiation of the homeworld. It's not actually about direct sunlight, but direct sunlight does speed up, but it's more about not being in. So even if you kept it covered from sun outside, it would deteriorate. It has to be near the Drow homeland. So the fact that they didn't leave long enough, because it was something like 35 to 50 days if it's covered.
Probably gone.
Didn't really do much then. Okay.
And so, yeah, you have to watch it, because then and it says it's irreversible. Once it deteriorates, it goes like from plus, that was +5 armor.
Yeah.
That was like the best armor any of you had seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
So, or I'll have to look that. It's probably actually probably +4. Still, I think splint mill doesn't. There is no such thing as +5 splint mill. So here we are going down the passage, and the nature changes as now the veins. There's those veins of crystals I mentioned earlier that given somewhat light, and I'm going to change maps because I'm going to get Jang first of all, who's I'm going to get the role of the scout. So you're going to give me the role.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's going to be a dexterity check,
Okay.
but you have to add 5 to your roll.
Add 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Holy natural 20.
And so it's all clear. And you're moving along. And up ahead you see lights. And Zhang, how far ahead of the group are you at the moment? I'll leave it up to you. Or how far are you?
Far enough that I could get out, so
Oh, one
still
quick
within
thing.
sight, but like 60, 80 feet out.
The ceiling has gradually lifted up. And the ceiling has gotten higher and higher, you noticed, in the last about half a mile at the most, and in the last distance. And now the ceiling, you can still, well, it actually goes into darkness, so you're quite cautious now, but it just appears that's nature. Mongo kind of gives a nod. He says, "Yeah, we appear to be in somewhat of a natural straight fissure that they've worked on into this passageway."
Mm-hmm.
Just to give you a heads up, so you're being extra cautious, I'm assuming. And you're moving forward, and up ahead in the passageway, you see lights, and Zhang, before you know it, up ahead, your eyes widen as you see what appears to be a structure going across probably 30 feet up in the air. There's a kind of catwalk that goes across the chamber, and it's got columns and stalactites coming down, holding it in sort of braziers and braces. There are figures on the passageway moving about,
Mm-hmm.
brazenly, I guess. They're not hiding or anything. And you hear a voice speak. Do you speak Underdark?
Undercommon and Drow.
Undercommon?
Uh,
A voice
Yeah,
in
so do I.
Undercommon.
Undercommon, yep.
It says Holt in an accented voice. Holt! And it's coming from the catwalk up ahead. And you realize that you just were like, whoa, you didn't notice it. Like you rolled that 20.
Yeah.
And how far ahead of the others were you said?
60 to 80 feet, far enough that
okay.
that I could still look back and see them, or possibly get to send them a signal, but far enough out that I was looking ahead.
Real map.
You may want to zoom in. And you realize the voice is coming, but it's being projected somehow, perhaps magically. And it's a female voice speaking in an imperious manner, and it instantly reminds it's a drow. And it's commanding. Halt!
So I'll stop there and basically give a hand signal to stop.
To your surprise, a drow floats down. You hadn't seen.
Mm-hmm.
It's a male.
Okay.
And he's dressed in kind of purples and armor. A bit rough though, you notice around the edges, a bit scruffy as an outpost way out here.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at you with cold eyes. And you're female human, right?
Yeah.
His eyes widen, and he points down the passageway. The others, come forward. You are watched. Do not try anything.
Okay, we
We
go forward.
we'll follow your orders, and I'll turn and guard post challenge in undercommon.
Okay, everybody move forward.
Yeah.
Okay, you can move your avatars forward if you want, or I'm gonna move.
I'm
so
going to do my
Mongo,
best. I'm going to do my best to avoid looking at people in the eye.
It's just one drow that you see who's standing there. You did see
I-
there's a number of them on that catwalk,
Yeah.
and you notice that they're still and kind of they seem to know what's going on. They're up there. There's some signals been given,
hmm
and this catwalk, I don't know if you can see it.
The edge of it. Yep.
Oh, Bodica, you're
Yeah,
Too far ahead.
I was moving
jumped a
myself
bit.
while you were pointing.
Pardon me,
at
yeah.
it, so.
So
Yeah, no
this
worries.
drow, he seems to be he has a cold look and a few scars, pretty young for his age and cocky. And he's got his hand near the hilt of this black scimitar, and he's looking at you curiously, and his eyes widen as you guys come into his vision. And you notice the vision is very dim in here. The crystal lights are actually, unless you have that vision, it's really good here, the vision.
So do we have a story worked out, or are we winging it?
Well, we have 2 or 3. We're winging it on what we hear.
Child.
And then you come up there and he's counting and he goes, "What is this? What is your business here?"
Escort for the lady of the house.
Escort the lady to the house. Do you have papers?
Who's taking the lead here? I was the scout.
His eyes are narrowing. He's
Uh, was that you, Bodica, that was doing that?
Supposed to be mute, so I can't really say much.
Is she muted? Yeah, Heather's muted.
Sorry. What I wouldn't give for the doctor's psychic paper right now. We're gonna have to bluff our way out of this. I'm going to step forward as regally and as with much of an air of authority as I can.
And I'm going to bow. I'm going down on a knee while she's speaking.
Our papers were lost when we encountered a beholder. Our one of my compatriots had his pouch slashed that contained the papers.
And you speak in drow or undercommon?
In drow.
Who do I address?
Shit. The lady Vondra.
Okay, give me a charisma check.
Okay.
Here, it's you guys are stuttering and hesitant, and he's just
Yeah.
eyes narrowing. He's like, he seems a bit puzzled, and
Shit. I rolled above my charisma. Or no, I made my charisma.
Well, you want to roll above your charisma, right?
That's
No,
fair.
under.
no, under if it's a check, if it's a stat check.
Yeah, I met my charisma.
He goes, "Wait here," and he levitates up, disappears in the shadows, and you guys are standing there for a moment. You want to do anything? So there's silence. TikTok.
I'm gonna continue to stand, stoically, cold neutral expression on the face.
You sense you're being watched,
Mhm.
of course.
Yeah.
And the platform up there's figures. And then that voice comes again from the platform this time. You sense somehow projected. Come forward.
Okay.
I will take lead, lady.
Instead on the tarp. These are about to kill you.
So it beckons you, come forward, commands you.
Dougly.
Everybody moving up.
Mongo kind of shrugs.
I make it
All
look
right.
like I'm kind of like Boudica's
I
sort
don't
of
like the looks of
servant or
this, he
lackey or
says. And
something, so I can stay close to her.
Yeah.
Trickio and Hondo look pretty nervous, and they're looking up and trying to see where they're being watched from, because you can sense it, but you can't see it. It's somewhere up there. Anybody who's looking around, of course, can give me a -15 dexterity check.
So add 15 to the dice roll.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's one of the hardest checks to make.
So 3d6
Oh, Dean,
plus
that was
15.
close.
Actually, that's a pass for me.
Zhang, as you were going, as you went under this area here, you kind of, I'll roll it back just a hair,
Uh-huh.
but anyway, you did recognize that there are multiple passageways cleverly hidden in the passageway, possibly on both sides. At that point,
Oh.
you heard and you saw some figures up there that were clearly observing.
So they've got some kind of watching post out here on this narrow point across here.
You sensed, you saw like there's a cleverly hidden recesses up on the probably 30, 40 feet up on the
But still,
passageway walls.
still enough that they can see with their infravision right down to the ground.
Yes. And
Yeah.
and you see the whole place is keyed. Like
Mhm.
and as you move forward you realize that you're going into a zone.
Yep.
In a
There
way.
is the kill zone.
Now you realize this is an outpost and they've obviously designed it for this way,
Mhm.
right? They want you in a position where if you're trouble.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna make like I've already said I'm a scout. So, lady, just referring to Boudica that way, lady. Platforms left and right, 40 feet up, being watched. Just so everybody knows it. And if they can hear me, that's fine. They know I'm doing my job.
What language was that?
Probably undercommon from me because I'm more fluent than that one than Drow.
Does everyone
but
speak Undercommon? No, this is important. What language were you speaking when you said that to the others? Now,
undercommon.
And okay.
So anybody with undercommon could understand that, but
I
Now that
don't
might have
think I
carried
have.
up like that sound. You realize that you're in a sort of dome structure.
well, and that's why I worded it that way, so that it sounded official, that I was doing what I've claimed my job was, so that if they hear me, that's fine. I'm doing what I said I was doing. I was
Excellent.
the scout.
Okay, as you get closer to the now you can see that platform up ahead, and you can see there's some drow up there definitely,
Mhm.
and there's some female and male.
Mhm.
Halt! In silence. You will be speaking for the group. You are a female. That is good. And the voice is coming from you could sense in the power in the voice. You can sense the vehemence and the hatred in the voice. And yeah, that gives it such power. You can sense that this woman has attained a rank through sheer ferocity and yeah, and competence. I am Commander Vondril. You have been noted a strange party. I wish to speak to your representative. There is a toll. Oh, and there's something else you notice. There what it appears to be a body that is strapped to this pole. It's quite a ways up, and Zhang, the others might not have seen it. It looks, they might have seen some moisture streaking down underneath some sort of blob. But Zhang, you can see that it's a small stature of some small humanoid that's been strapped up and is a bloody mess.
Mm-hmm.
But that seems to be normal. There are some skulls and a couple other bodies as well. But that one stood out because it reminds you of a deep gnome, perhaps, or
Ah. Maybe they didn't pay the toll.
do you speak for your party?
Heather?
I do.
Step forward. You are a drow?
Yes.
Okay, now that's a magical effect, Brad, that's on her, or on the party and such.
Like us, that potion.
Yeah?
Yes, I guess so.
Okay,
Yeah, it like changes your skin color and hair color to whatever you want.
there's a male drow to her right, and she nods at the male drow, and he casts a spell. And he casts Dispel Magic, basically, on the group. Does anybody have any guises or influences under magical? So anybody who had that pigmentation, it's gone.
Oh boy. Okay, well,
Not only that, if all your potions, you have to make saving throws,
Ooh.
or your potions are dispelled. Okay? So everybody, it will make, you can choose to roll for each one or roll once for all of them. It's up to you. So everybody start your rolls as he casts this spell and dispels magic. You will stay still as we examine you, she says in this imperious tone.
What kind of saving throw do potions get against the dispel?
I'm just looking that up here, actually. So these are,
It would make sense if it was against spells, but who knows?
I will give you your saving throws versus spell, right? So your character's value. So as I said, you can roll once for all or each individually. It's up to you. Make your rolls. Plus, all of a sudden, Gwyden, you're a white boy again.
I told you I have my head down and I don't look anyone in the face. So
Okay.
got my hood up, just kind of.
Mongo all of a sudden is a dwarf. And he wasn't really he was all of a sudden, looks down his hands. Who else?
Drederick is the human.
Yeah, he was human though, right? He was just being a human.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll trust everybody, like be serious. If it misses, those potions turn into stagnant water, basically. Or worse. And it's harsh, but ouch, Bodica.
Yeah, so my healing potion is dispelled.
no,
Well.
oh, you're fine.
I have one healing potion.
Yeah, I see Silk made one.
I passed mine.
Just a couple times.
Okay. Mongo, somebody roll, or I can roll for Mongo, pardon me.
Oh boy. We really didn't have our story straight here. We should
So
have
the
said
command,
whether we were merchants from the surface and that we were escorting them or something.
so you see
But they saw through us anyway.
who can actually see up there? Like, the lighting isn't great and it's hard to see. You see that they have good cover up there. They got height advantage. You've been warned about the two outposts in the back. You're not sure what's going on. You guys feel like rats in cages suddenly,
Mm-hmm.
and you're exposed. And Guide usually, oh shit, but you stay down. No, could make a roll. So she goes, you see it, she leans over quite confident, and there's a shimmer about her. Like she's prepped. The magic uses, and you can see that she has spells on her. And she leans over with a grin. I suggest you put down your weapons. I wish to talk. And you will be, let's consider you my prisoners. You have 10 seconds to comply.
Your lead, Boudica.
Uh, well, I'll put my weapon down. I don't see any way that this is gonna go. This is a powerful person.
Yeah, but
I
then
don't have any in hand.
I'm gonna cast an ice storm.
So, pardon me, Boudica puts her weapon down. Okay, so we can go through. Zhang, you see, everyone uses Boudica. So I'm putting you on the spot here. 10 seconds is up. Boudica, you put your weapon down. Brad, you said something. You want to go, or anyone else?
I'm casting an ice storm up here.
All right, let's roll for initiative.
Okay, well,
See where we hit. Well, that's a good roll, Brad. Good way to start it off, anyway.
see. Oh, we got the drop off.
All right, so you do. You guys act first. So ice storm coming. How many segments does that take, Brad?
4 segments.
Okay. So any missiles? Now you guys didn't have your bows out and such, right? Or did you?
No missile.
Some of you may have. Anyone have spells? Bows?
I have a horn of blasting that I'm going to aim at the wall.
At the wall?
Well,
Where
at the people in front of me.
Oh,
Oh,
at the catwalk.
Hmm.
Ah,
Up in the air and
So-
let 'em have.
we have to look that up quickly. I'd have to see the sex.
Okay. Horn of blasting. Casts a cone 120 feet long and 3 feet wide at the base, and issues forth from the horn, and all within it must save versus magic. Saving are stunned for 1 round and deafened for 2. Those failing the throw sustain 1 to 10 points of damage and are stunned for 2 and deafened for 4.
So Gwyn, you go to rip the horn and point it, and there's something happens. There's some weird
Eh.
essence that swirls.
Okay,
As
and
The magic dissipates and doesn't work. Unfortunately. Anyone else?
the person or everybody up there.
No, they made their magic resistance.
Don't they all have to save?
No, just one. I'm not going to roll for all of them. That's take too long. I just roll once.
What about the
Okay.
actual structure of the bridge?
And a wave of ultrasonic sound issues forth from the horn at the same time. A 1 foot wide, 10 foot long pulse, 100 foot long pulse, 10 foot wide, 100 foot long pulse. There was a weakening of such materials as metal,
That's another
stone,
matter.
and wood. The weakening equal in effect to 3 times the damage caused by a hit from a missile hurled by a large catapult, i.e. up to 18 structural points, and suffering and sufficient to smash a drawbridge or flatten a normal cottage.
Yeah, and you know what, Scott? You actually intended to shoot at the structure, right? Or like you said that.
It's an area of effect, so if I'm aiming at them while they're on it, it's gonna hit the
Well,
bridge
it's
too.
important because that's the way magic resistance works. Even fireballs shot at you roll magic resistance.
Yeah, if you try and hit the person with it, they can cancel the fireball. But if you hit an area, and that makes it different. So if you're trying
That's
to collapse the walkway, that's a whole different story.
Yeah. Right?
I think, I mean, they're both simultaneous effects of this, so I don't know really. I can't tell you what my goal was other than just to blast the bridge
Yeah.
and people on it. So
Yeah, so it didn't affect it. The magic resistance kicks in, Scott. I'm sorry. In that case, it doesn't affect them.
Next round, hit the bridge.
Yeah. Brad, you can cast your spell.
Okay. Yeah, I'll cast Ice Storm up here. So it's a 40-foot diameter and inflicts 3 to 30 damage, saving throw none.
Again, the same thing happens. It's there's this dissipation in the energy.
Hmm.
Doesn't work. Anyone else? It's your turn. So everyone can act.
That's anybody that can cast.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to cast a. I'll try casting a bless.
On the party?
Yep.
Okay. That should work. Drederick, what do you tell Drederick? He looks at you, Glide, and he's like, damn, it's her.
I mean, he can't do anything. So stay clear. I don't know what to tell him.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's next?
Zhang doesn't have any weapon out, but she's going to step in front of Boudica and basically give her cover from any missile fire, even though they're above, but she might still be able to deflect some of them.
Okay. Silk? Oh, yeah. Your spell to your frustration dissipated. Mongo is like, going, oh, shite. I guess it's on.
Yep.
And he goes throw his axe or his dwarven hammer at that commander. He's like, eat this. But it doesn't even hit the mark. She's kind of smirks and leans back, and you hear her barking some orders.
Can Zhang see any way up to that platform from the lower level here, or is it only access from another part of that trail?
Yeah, these columns come down from what appear to be the ceiling to hold it up, but the place was designed well. Zhang realizes it's basically a catwalk. That's 25 feet. The bottom of it's like 25 feet in the air. 20 feet.
How smooth sided are the edge there? Would she be able to do her speed and climbing up that?
Yeah, she could try.
Okay. Do one of the wall running monk things.
Sure.
So over here in this edge right here, if she comes up this wall to basically up onto that section there.
Yep. Yeah,
What would you like
could
me to?
scramble up there, make your roll, climb walls.
Okay.
And as you're doing so, they'll give me a dexterity check. I know your dexterity's smoking, but
Oh yeah.
so you're zipping up.
And dex check. Oh, 4
Easily.
out of 18. So yeah, good.
You realize that they had sharpened edges and such on the underpart, and you were like almost like, oh, but quickly dodge that, and you dodge up, and you head up this side. You were saying?
All right, right in this corner here.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
right where
zip
that
up,
looked.
and next round you technically could be on the platform if that's your intent.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of penalty you want to give me for movement, but she's got a crazy amount of movement to get up there.
No, I'm gonna say you bounce up there.
25 base move.
Yeah,
So over double speed of what most people move when they're running.
I think climbing is like really slow though, quarter speed or something. but-
half a quarter. Yeah.
So I'm saying you easily can do that and get to the platform, but that would be your action, your round.
Okay. Yep.
Anyone else have to go?
It's still round 1 or is this round 2?
Right, it's still the same round. It's your turn.
Trickio and Hondo split and hit the edge of the walls to try and keep themselves up against the edges.
Okay.
Not knowing where their next attack's coming from, but
Sure. Mongo was just like, damn it. Shoot, his dwarven hammer comes back and he's like, oh boy. And
get him down in there.
anyone else have to act?
That's right.
Did my horn consume an entire phase, or does that count as a missile, the first missile attack? Do I have any movement left?
You'd have movement left. Yeah, that was your action to basically blow the horn. It's a but then it kind of didn't work.
Okay. I'm gonna move up as close as I can to the wall up here to the right, and if possible, use my boots of levitation to get up on the shelf.
Perfect.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah,
I
okay.
remember you had some sort of flying thing.
Yeah.
Oh no. Wait. I have boots of speed. Sorry, I think. Let me double check. I have potions of levitation. I have potions of levitation, but boots of speed. Yep, boots of speed. Sorry, I have a potion of levitation, so I'll do the levitation next round.
Sure. Anyone left?
Not this round, I don't think.
You guys are fearless, eh? Just going right at it.
Dredrick, does he get a?
assault this place?
He does have his crossbow.
Is this a crosswalk or a wall in front of us?
It's a catwalk. It's like
It's a
25
catwalk.
feet in the air, 30 feet, 25 feet. The passageway goes underneath it.
Okay.
All right, so everyone's done. Well, Dredrick does have his crossbow.
Yeah, I guess he'll shoot at someone. Let's shoot at Commander Vondrel if he's visible, even though that's a long shot for him.
Yeah, and they do have benefits. There's some cover up there for missile fire. So that you'd have a -2 penalty to your roll.
Okay, he has a +2 crossbow, so that they negate, but he missed. So
Right. The thing almost reloads for next round. And his crossbow speed. All right, so it's their turn. You guys are in big trouble.
Yeah, we wondered, huh?
Very big.
Yeah. Wow, you guys went right at him. I was like, oh, damn. Okay, so
You're not going to make it back out if you're a prisoner of the drow.
well, that too, yes. So Dispel Magic, yeah. Zhang.
Yep.
That Lieutenant Quilrin. I just have to get myself organized here a minute. Give me a second. That is a guy, actually. That's a male.
Mhm.
And he waves around, gestures, and speaks in some weird syllabic tongue and sliding, and you have to make a saving throw versus spells.
Okay.
Also,
save versus-
silk. Suddenly the sound goes dead where you are.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I
So
passed that save.
for a second, you felt yourself kind of paralyzing, like you're losing control of all your nerves.
So
And just like
help me again real quick, because I'm struggling. Why didn't the ice storm work?
magic resistance.
But they're not all magic resistant,
Yeah, all drow are actually.
but not 100% resistant. They
Well,
have
No.
some
there
magic
was a
They have-
dice roll.
they
There
have-
was a dice roll.
Drow start with 50%, and then for every hit die level, they're +2 on that magic resistance. And I've
mean,
talked about
I-
this in the past many times, and it sucks, but it's a part of D&D, and the monsters have magic resistance, some of them, and it's at high level,
Yep.
and you have to work around it. And I've looked it up. If you cast a spell in their direction, like it just dissolves.
Well,
I know.
but it should be each of them have a resistance, but they should each have to make that check. I have to insist that. That's giving them all the blanket of ability off of the highest,
Agree. Yeah.
off the highest magic
well-
resistance is kind of, I mean,
It's all
Dredrick's not going to get,
Yeah.
Dredrick's not
okay.
going to get he's not going to get my benefits of my safe throws.
Yeah, but you don't have magic resistance. But
Okay.
no, yeah, Scott, no, fair is fair, because that is it's such a powerful thing, magic resistance, right? It's just like a blanket sort of get on a jail card free
Mhm.
in a way, right? And I cringe too when they make that save. I'm just like every time. Well, Gwyden or Scott,
Well, let's work on it next round, but I think I have to kind of insist that we consider that,
It's
you
gonna
know,
be all or nothing.
one
Yeah.
guy having a magic, protection from
Well-
magic on shouldn't protect everybody from magic. And
okay, actually,
Well,
I can agree with that. I think you're right. Because now I'm starting to realize, like, we haven't, in the past, we have dealt with magic resistance, but it's always usually been like a solo creature. You know what I mean, Scott?
Yeah, so you're not doing it
So
alone.
I didn't have to think of that, because the rules can be interpreted again, 1E, right? It's you read, I'll have to read it again. It was a few months ago I read up magic resistance again just to make sure, because I was like, oh, this man. Okay, Scott, that's a good call.
if there were 100 people, I wouldn't care. But it's like right now there's 8 of them and one of us, or or however many of them, 10 of them, who knows? And somewhere we got to get rid of 1 or 2 of these guys so that we can focus on others.
Yeah.
No, and that's cool, but then it'll go both ways too, in certain, that's precedence, but it's more, it's again, you guys, not many, I think Zhang has a bit of magic resistance, so it to be fair, even magic cast towards you, Zhang would get that magic resistance roll, right?
Mhm.
For everybody then. So I think,
Yeah.
Scott, you've made a good argument, actually.
Yeah, because if I made my 20%, the whole party would benefit from the spell being canceled then, right?
So Scott, what I will do, it said it had a chance of stunning the targets if they didn't make it. So I'm going to assume that the commander made the resistance roll, okay? But the area effect, did you point that towards the Commander Vondrel or the other soldiers? Because I
It's
remember it had a bit of a cone, right?
It expands out in a cone, and from where I was, that would have probably been
So you could
maybe
hit
not
this
the guys.
group.
That's the
this
group I
group.
was aiming at.
Yeah.
The south group would have been the more appropriate area.
Well, and good for you, Scott, standing up for that. I think you've convinced me. Because I'm also realized that, yeah, it can imbalance the game.
I mean, it's like even the magic resistance I would get if the individuals were resistant, but it seems like the bridge should still potentially have some damage to it.
that I had a bit of trouble with that too. I mean, it's different though, because if you shoot it's pretty specific when it comes to like fireballs and stuff like that. It's like
Yeah.
it dissolves it. Like the spell actually fails. It's not that the effects are nullified. The spell never kicks in.
Well, it's my
That-
first
that's-
time using the horn, so even I, it's going to take a while to learn how to use that horn
Sure. And let me
effectively.
just roll a couple. Now you said there's a chance that the blast could stun, of course. Lieutenant Sheen, okay, that one made it. Boy, they're rolling good now suddenly. Oh, except for that guy. So this guy's definitely stunned. And how many rounds? You said it was.
Anyone who makes it is stunned for 1 round and death for 2. Anyone who misses it is stunned for 2, but deafened for 4.
So, so they get a saving
Okay.
throw after the spell resistance. Is that how that works?
It said if they pass
If
their
they
save
fail it.
throw,
Yeah, but
everyone
in this
is
case,
stunned.
well, no, in this case, Scott.
Unless it's the magic, except the magic resistance.
Yeah,
The magic
exactly. If they
resistance
made
all
match
passes.
resistance, they now technically have to make him. I won't bother though. He's stunned for 2 rounds and deafened. This guy, he kind of clasps his head to his ears as the horn blast, and we'll do that from now on, Scott, with spells and things like that. It's tricky.
I see it more as like this. Like if you shoot a fireball at a group of drow, I would think the fireball would explode. It's just the people who make their magic resistance aren't affected by it.
That's not how it works, though, Brad. You read the rules,
Yeah.
and I mean, that's the problem with 1E. It's quite rule specific. It's a bit. I've been playing a lot of simple systems lately that you just basically can just off the cuff say, okay, it worked or not. But
Yeah.
1E, I find it has too much of this crunch often. So let's take just a second. I'm going to quickly look up. I know this is not what I want to be doing, of course,
Yeah, I'll
during
admit
a
I haven't
session,
read
but
the rule book on it for a long time either.
yeah, so I did a few months ago when we played a session back. I was like, okay, magic resistance. I better look this up again because I remember it's like quite powerful. And magic resistance indicates a percentage chance of any spell absolutely failing in the monster's presence.
I had not heard that. Okay, that may be a little different animal.
It is based on the spell being cast by the magic user of 11th level and must be adjusted upwards by 5% for each level below 11. For each against an opponent. Okay, thus master resistance of 95 means 10th level magic is no possible effect of the monster with a spell. Yeah, so even that's it. Now it says spell. Now that's a magic item, that horn of blasting, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering. Let me continue to read here. It doesn't mention anything about. It just says spells. I didn't realize that. See, that's splitting hairs, right? Because let's say you have a wand of lightning bolts. That's basically you're shooting a lightning bolt spell out of a wand. Now, does that count as a pedantics?
It seems weird that an individual though that's resistant to magic would basically, under that definition, lend that ability to everyone in their presence.
I know.
That
And
doesn't seem.
I always had a bit of. I know, Scott.
It's
I've always had an issue with that. I had to read it again. I was like, but I like your idea, and it comes down to the DM's call, perhaps, in that.
Maybe
All right, when magic items,
no.
it's but it does say that like, it's just spell. See, that's a problem with 1E. There's gaps, everybody. And you know what I've been thinking about, everybody, is converting to swords and wizardry, because I've been playing in a campaign for about a year now with the group, and I don't know if you've heard of swords and wizardry, but it's basically a rewrite of D&D where they kind of smooth everything out incredibly, and it's quite a difference. So anyway, we got kind of a bit bogged down there in splitting hairs. But Scott, I agree with you. I don't like it. It's that it is broken a bit. And I think that you're right. If it's an area effect from now on, the individual rolls their magic resistance. The idea that indicates the percentage chance of any spell absolutely failing in the monster's presence is just too vague.
Is it?
Yeah.
Pretty vague.
It kind of just doesn't make sense to me.
That too.
If that's the case, their own magic should have to dispel their own stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Their own magic should fail in their own presence.
Well, I was just saying, Zhang's got 20% magic resistance. So I mean, if you're that dispel magic spell would have been, you'd have to make an MR roll, right, Zhang?
Under that definition, yeah, because it did affect my
In your
presence.
presence.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say that.
And a lot of this magic is indiscriminate. So once again,
All right,
if
so
the
let's
magic
do
resistance,
a
yeah,
rule
go ahead.
change. So we'll stray a bit from I think what they're trying to get at here. It's too vague, and I like what you think, what you said there, Scott. I like that. Well, from now on, if it's an area effect spell, if you're in the area and you have magic resistance, you get your roll, and then if you fail it, it's like normal.
And they would still get another saving throw too if they get a saving throw against that spell.
Yeah, if they make, yeah, I know. So it still is a big thing. Magic resistance, of course, is still going to be a big thing, and you're still going to have to find ways around it. But at least this way, it does. I think, yeah, you're right, Scott. Levels the playing field. And being a DM, you don't realize that side of the coin. I could see. Well, that could be like almost a situation, a game changer, right? You could have the party wiped out because you can't, your spells aren't working. But it's still going to be hard. Just to warn you guys, the
Fair enough.
schmuck, even the lowest drow has 50% magic resistance.
Yeah. So I mean, you can even, that's one of the few things that will totally dissipate a magic missile is, oh, the spell just didn't work on me. You targeted me, didn't work.
Sure.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to
So
turn Vondrel into a eunuch and tie him up and drag him around with me, and none of the Dro's magic will work on him.
Vondra's a woman. Vondra's a woman. You think?
Well, okay, so no eunuch, but
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I'll just
So,
drag him around and
Yeah.
ball
okay, I'm
him
glad
in their mouth.
we clarified that. And now the structure of the overpass, Scott.
Mhm.
Let's have a look at that. I don't, everybody, your patience, I appreciate it. And Zhang, I'll just pull you back a little bit because that horn blast, I'm going to pull everybody. Nothing really happened.
Yeah.
And Silk, of course, the silence spell is actually quicker than your spell.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, it would actually, you'd be still casting, all of a sudden you'd be blah, 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 muted.
Well, I'm gonna run over here then and try to get out of the area. That's enough.
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
It
But it
just
did-
says it just says it will weaken structure, metal, stone, and wood as if it were hit by a missile from a large catapult 3 times the strength of something thrown by a large catapult.
Oh, no way. Okay, Scott. So I'll give you an attack roll on that catwalk, and I'm going to give it an armor class of 0. Oh yeah, I guess you need 3 to hit armor class 0.
I don't know. I mean,
so I'm going to give it some hit points.
There's no
roll
bonuses
damage
here, so
Yeah. Roll damage. So catapult. I don't know how much damage catapult does.
it says it talks in terms of structural points, which I don't know much about, but
That's
Right.
covered all in that. Remember that D&D war thing that came out with the box set?
yeah.
How's this?
Not war.
No, I'm going to simplify it, Scott. High or low?
High.
High.
No.
Ooh,
Boo.
yeah.
Okay.
You see the structures hit and it shakes, and there's a sonic boom echoes down the passageways, and everybody's sort of deafened temporarily. Like even those not in that, but you can see this.
True.
I don't know if you've seen like sound wave kind of go out, and it hits that top platform area. The commander Vondrel just goes around. There's no effect on
Where the silence
3.
spell is.
This one drow does kind of lean over and kind of, and then blood comes out of his nose, and the structure shakes a bit, and some debris trickles down and cracks appear, and you've weakened it, but it holds. I gave
Just
it a
barely.
50-50 that it would actually break.
And you
you
rolled
just
you rolled a
missed it, but
48.
You see it's weakened though. There's big cracks appear and stuff. Like it was, and everybody's like, holy, like, and there's a second where about 2 seconds, everyone's just like looking, and you're this horn, you're just like, ooh.
I would just see it all. I'd be like, "What's going on?" It's silent.
Now they're Trichio. What is Trichio's armor class?
Trickio. Give me 1 second here. Not real great. 4.
4. Okay. These are 2-hit die. Drow. Okay. So Trichio also is. Could I get 2 saving throws from Trichio, please?
Is this for missile fire?
Poison.
Yes, but if it's missile fire, he gets a chance to deflect them.
He did not see them.
Oh, he didn't see them coming.
No.
Okay. So let me see. Trichio's poison. Poison. He did not make it.
Okay, Trichio, I don't know who's watching or something. I'm not sure. You might not even noticed. Trichio just kind of slumps against the cavern and rolls down. You're not sure what's up. Silk, what's your AC?
-4.
-4. That's good AC.
Where that crouching?
That 19 might hit. Oh, just a miss. They have some bonuses, and you see your armor got hit by darts, the small drow darts, right?
Yeah, I'm running over here to kind of go over behind this crystalline structure here, trying to get out of that zone of silence.
Yeah, and you do. Unfortunately, you couldn't cast that spell. It was interrupted by that. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Boudica, what is your AC? I think your AC is pretty good. Well, you took off that armor. You have that other armor on, but I don't think that'll
And you're
hit
muted
though.
again, Heather.
Super.
I think she's muted. Those are misses, I think. So I'll just. Okay, so the commander. Where was she again? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. She had cast some spells, by the way, on your party while you were there to ascertain things and so on. And quickly found out that you were all good aligned and not what you were. And blotches of darkness appear over Boudica. You see blackness. And where is that? And Gwyden, there's blackness suddenly. That's all you
Okay.
see. The rest of the party are Mongo starts to glow, like and lights and sparkling things come off Mongo. And he's lit up like a freaking Christmas tree. And it's a fairy fire, right? Dredrick as well is lit up in this fiery fire. So that gives a +2 advantage to anyone attacking you.
Shooting at them. Yeah.
Yeah. As you're just like a big neon glowing thing. And so far, everything happened pretty quick, you realize. You're not sure how ready the drow were. They seem to be always ready, or they were somewhat ready, but you're not sure how many you're dealing with at this point. You're in the dark. You guys are in a very bad predicament. So that was
Should actually consider retreat.
Well, I was just gonna look one more thing. Oh, Boudica, the commander, she points at you. You do not do anything. You stand there by Loth, Death Mother Goddess, and that rings through your head. Those bedtime chants. You feel yourself being held. Make a saving throw.
Okay. That's against the spell.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Darkness a little bit.
How many spells got cast that time? There's a darkness spell, a fairy fire, and then a hold spell.
Yeah.
There's 3 people here spell casting at us.
Oh, every one of them.
Oh, every drow has the ability to cast Fairy Fire and Levitate and
Darkness.
I think
Darkness.
Because even the
It's-
troopers were casting them at us in the
And it's
in
an
the first
innate
fight.
ability. It's not actually even it's not a spell. They can just do it.
It's a racial ability.
It's a racial ability. And
Yeah.
I just barely failed it. I was off by 1 point.
And and her words strike into you, and the fear of the Death Mother Goddess is holding you. Catatonic.
Shit.
Okay, they're done. Their side. So roll initiative next round.
So I'm back at the top of that platform.
You are up there now, yeah. And
Yeah.
that one tried to cast a spell at you and it didn't work, and he looks like shocked a bit and kind of stumbling back.
Yep.
Like, ooh, what?
What?
So I rolled a 2.
I'll get you a D6. Oh, darn.
There.
That's
Oh
not
no. Okay, Silk, could you your AC was -4.
Mhm.
Nice. Okay. Well, but you do see a drow come out of the shadows up top, levitating down. It's a female warrior, and she's like giving out a battle cry, "Asya, Grata!" And she attacks you.
Darkness.
Or you're not in darkness, are you?
I mean the silence, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're out of the silence now, though, Silk. You do realize that when you moved from that area here, that's where the silence was.
It was probably cast on the ground, so you were in it.
So
Cast a 1 segment spell.
sure.
I'm gonna cast an enlarge on myself.
Oh, suddenly she misses. She comes down and she comes in with a slash, and you were just like, you dodge.
Get big.
Get big.
2 drow come down out of the shadows from this area here, and they have a ways to go. So this round they're just moving forward and attacking.
I'm switching to my bow.
Well, that's an action, switching weapons.
Mhm.
And it's a full combat against the outpost, you guys, is what's happening, right?
Yeah.
There's another drill coming down, but it took them, I rolled to see how long it would take more to come. And over here now, the one that Zhang you confront, he stumbles back, but he's not to be deterred. He quickly and frantically is out some arcane language again, and in desperation, he shoots. Well, he's going to attempt. Now make your magic resistance,
Okay.
first of all, to see if the spell actually...
That one. No, that's 16.
Oh, it succeeded?
Yeah, I'm under 20%.
Oh, nice. And to his amazement, the spell doesn't work. You're not even sure what it was going to be, but you were like, oh, it was a raven, people meant. But you felt that he was pointing at your brain. He was like saying and trying to grab your cranium or something. But it's to his surprise doesn't work. So he's done. A drow runs
there
in
any
from the
chance
side.
Is there any
Go ahead.
chance it bounces off his birdwatcher's talisman and hits him? Bounces back and hits him.
Zach.
I
Foiled.
gotta ask. Just
Tell you what, if you roll a 1, Dean, on a 20-sided, it'll zap him.
That's fair.
Nope.
Oh, well.
Right at the other end, 19.
Okay, a drow runs up, Jang, and takes a cut at you. What's your AC? Okay, that's a miss. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Commander. Okay, I was just thinking real quick here. This guy, he's like holding his head, bleeding out of his nose, kind of. This guy shot a. Okay, he acted. So Gwyden, you're okay. Gwyden. Oh yeah, you have good AC, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
pretty good.
At 19, they have. They got. That might hit. Is it 21? Hit you? Oh boy. Yeah, that will hit. Saving throw, Gwyden. Versus poison. You take
Missed.
1 point damage. Oh no.
I missed.
You lose consciousness.
Let me ask you this: they should, if they were shooting into the darkness, they shouldn't be able to see me. So they should have some.
Oh, yes, you're. I forgot about that, Scott.
Yeah, he's
I
in
see.
his
I
own.
put the symbol there now. I'm looking. Oh.
I'm on my way out of the darkness because I'm about to levitate out of this and kill some bitches. But
Okay, that would give you +4.
so that should miss.
21 minus +4, 17 is a miss, isn't it? Yes, it is. That's
super amazing armor class he's got.
good call, Scott. Yeah, that's awesome.
Good shot, Mr. Dro, but not good
Well,
enough.
the darkness thing, and Scott, yeah, again, I appreciate you standing up for that. That was a good call, and I think justified. But anyway, they miss. I'm just trying to figure out who's next. They shot again at Silk. They missed. These two ran forward. These two came down. So you have 4 confronting you in combat. And there's darkness. Like they all cast all these things before they moved in, and then now they're moving in. And I think I'm almost done here. There may be more coming. You're not sure. I don't want to spoil anything. But if we could take a short break, everybody.
Yep.
I know mid-combat, it's been an hour and a half here, and I know it's intense combat. I actually didn't really expect you guys to have a showdown. I mean, you were put in the spot, I realized. Interesting. Anyway, I'll be right back.
Okay. I can grab a drink too. I'll be right back too.
Yeah, you guys are a tough party. Don't back down.
Crappy. Well, I mean, all I could say is I don't know how to deal with, okay, we all put on face mask and we're trying to pretend like we belong in the Underdark, and then before the encounter starts, all our disguises are completely gone. And I mean, it's like at that point you're fighting. I mean, I don't know how you talk your way out of that at that point. It's
no, and then it's I know it's a tough module. It's
the deception is the ruse is done at that point, and it's like, okay, well, do you wait until they hit you with a fireball, or do you charge them and try and get in the mix and kill some people before they kill your critical people? So
yeah, and you're sort of also put on the spot a bit too, right? It's like, well, the drow are just too clever, and they're too you're going into
one thing I would say is that there seems to be, and maybe we need to perfect our disguises, But the Underdark, it's like this is like a world that exists under the ground, and there's people that are coming and going regularly, and they're swarthy.
Well,
They're
and know what,
swarthy,
Scott? I also
ugly people.
I gave you guys an opportunity to actually walk through this outpost. Like if you know what I'm saying? If you guys could have taken the tack where we're just travelers coming through, here's your toll. I'm so and so, this so and so, and this so and so. Now I'm not chastising anybody. I'm trying not to.
Oh, what you said, prisoner.
But
Well,
you
what-
guys
what-
have to
where
start
did it-
thinking
where
like
did
that
it-
too, right?
Where did it go? I agree, but where did it go wrong? Because, I mean, I get that there might have been a stumble. So again, part of perfecting the disguise is having Boudica up front talking for the group without stumbling a little bit.
I know, and sometimes I don't give it a long enough time for the parties to react. And you know, when the commander Vondrel started making demands and saying, "Who are you? State your business," and then you know, she's a powerful priestess. She has these spells like detect alignment. She has detect lie. She has dispel magic, and she has a magic. Well, the magic user had that. And so as a DM, you're just like, I got. Anyway, I might have been pressing too
Well,
hard.
I'm just trying to figure out how to do it better next time, because outside of, I mean, anyone who has no alignment, detect lie, immediately there's no talking to them ever. It's just we have to rush every outpost because they're going to do that, and we're done. So
no, well,
the
and I'm going to watch the tape again because I realized that okay, this could be instant attack. There's so many situations where there's going to be combat, and so
Yeah.
I was thinking the commander would demand, "Who are you?" And for a minute, you guys had the initiative where you could. But there was I'll have to say there was a lot of hesitancy. There was a lot of like you know, and
Yeah.
it's a complex
I
situation.
felt I couldn't really say much.
Well, the only
Yeah.
people we could see were 20 feet up on a crosswalk. So there
Yeah.
was not a way to initiate anything immediately, short of throwing a spear or something. I mean, it's like,
No, but
again,
and I did press things a bit, I realized, but there's situations where you can't win,
prepared.
is what I'm getting
You
at
have
too,
things
right?
Yeah.
Now,
figured out
Yeah.
now.
I made it pretty clear as you walked in here that you were going into an ambush zone. Like I actually told Jang that blatantly. I said you're going into a death zone. And so when
And
I
she
set
saw
that up as a DM, it's sort of like a self-perpetuating you know, thing where it's like, oh shit, they're in it. Now I'm putting them on the spot. How are they going to react? How are they going to get out of this? And what happened was the spells got fired. Brad fired off a spell, so I was like, well, you have to roll initiative now, right?
but they've already dispelled at this point. There's some, okay, so maybe let me back up. I have to watch my tone because I sound more frustrated than I am. I'm not. I'm just arguing for a point and not trying to be argumentative per se, but
sure.
I don't know how. That's what I'm saying. We're going to have to talk about this a little bit either after the game today or before we start next time. A better plan, because like I said, if we can't just somehow be travelers in the Underdark, right? And every Drow outpost we get to is going to know, because they have detect alignment and detect lies, that we're not who we say we are, then we have no choice but to fight our way through every encounter.
Well,
with Drow.
and Scott too. And again, I don't mean to sound frustrated or argumentative. I enjoy this talk because I realize that as a DM I have to grow too in this regard. But there was an instance too, Jang, yourself, when the drow came down, remember? And he challenged you. And at that point, it was very diplomatic. And I have to say that, yeah, there was nothing, right?
We were poorly prepared with nobody knew who to step up. Nobody knew who was talking.
Yeah.
And
better preparation.
That's why I'm saying we've got to perfect a little bit of our approach. But if that doesn't work, I don't know what to do, because other than hacking, it turns into hack and slash, and I don't want it to be hack and slash. But if if they're going to unmask us and there's no pass that we can acquire or disguise we can don to get us past some outposts,
Yeah.
then we have no choice but to treat every encounter like it's
And Scott,
blast the horn and charge.
you're absolutely right. And Brad, you'll remember this, Brad. When I ran this campaign 25 years ago, it turned into like basically you guys just grinded. Remember?
Yeah.
It was just fight, fight, fight. There was no talking, and it's such a delicate adventure to run because you don't want to underscore or undersell the drow and their abilities.
Well, part of the reason why I wanted to attack, why I attacked, is because they'd already seen through our subterfuge. They've seen we've got light elves, and they say they're going to take us prisoner. They're not going to let us go.
Yeah, but at that point, I mean, it happens
I'm
even in the
chaotic
great
too, so
books.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, and Brad,
they're going to let us go.
you were probably, it was a good call, probably because taken prisoner by the drow could be a death sentence,
If we
right?
didn't have light elves and stuff in the party, and or they hadn't seen through everything, then we
Now,
might have had a chance of getting through. But
on that thought, I thought for a minute there, Heather,
Mhm.
I thought that you guys were going to surrender.
Well,
My brain
I
was
will
already
tell you the
scrambling. I was
angle-
writing notes down,
the
and
angle
I
that was
had the
going-
adventure going on a completely different slant at that point.
There was
So
an
just to
angle
say that,
I was-
just 1 second, if you had surrendered as a group, now I'm metagaming and telling you how my mind thinks, the adventure isn't over. In fact, it takes a whole different slant and it's a lot of work on my part. And I have contingency plans for this. I've thought of it. If the group actually gets captured or it's all goes down, either, the game's over or there's alternatives. Just to let you know that you could surrender. I wouldn't recommend it. But it's a last resort, of course. And it takes a lot of courage, Heather, to do that. But I think you realize that the fact that you guys didn't surrender and you said it's on, I was almost like, oh crap, because now
yeah.
I kind of put myself in a position. I've set this up and the events have happened. I tried to kind of set it up so that they didn't know you were bad guys when you guys got here, to give you an insight into what I was thinking. This outpost was just monitoring the place. They had word to look out for certain groups and certain people, of course.
yeah,
And at this point, at this point, you may have been able to just pay the toll and go through.
Well,
But
we'll
it never
have a little
happened,
more,
right? Because the first guy came there and it was just like awkward. And he was like, "Yeah, it's so Scott. I'm retracting again. Sorry, Scott. Go on. I've said my bit."
No, I was just saying, we'll perfect a little bit better approach because
Yeah.
there was like nobody knew who to talk. I mean, it was clearly like you could actually see this happening in a poorly thought out, in a movie where these people think they're going to bluff their way through and nobody really has a plan. And eventually you're like, boring conversation anyway, and you blast some console.
I didn't expect them to penetrate our disguise so quickly and easily either.
Well, and that
I thought we would have had a little bit of bullshit time at least.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was like, okay, well, once you dispel people's disguises, there's deceit present, and the sooner you fight, the better, because
once the cover was blown, that definitely, well, and you realize the whole tone changed, right? All of a sudden the alarms were going off. Now it's all silent alarms that were going off, guys, and as the time went on, I was kind of ticking time off, and I was like, okay, they're already on alert usually, but anyway, no, that's interesting, and it seemed okay. It's an interesting thought. And Heather, go ahead. I'm gonna shut up for a while.
I was going to say I did have an angle that I was going for. I intentionally had my scimitar drawn, to help with the disguise, because scimitars are pretty much ubiquitous in the Underdark. And when they came to arrest me, I was going to draw my longsword and attack. Just get them off their guard, get them.
And
and it's been
Mm-hmm.
wiliness.
it also says, I remember reading in the books too, it says in this module, the characters are going to reach encounters that they cannot win. It says,
Mhm.
and it says they don't have to attack. It says right in the module. It says it's up to them to, it says blatantly in there. It's like, oh, there's situations that'll happen where it's like the party could get wiped out. But not that the party's being wiped out here, but it's definitely a predicament. We have Trichio's down, Bodica's held,
Mhm.
Gwyde's still good to go. He's still getting, and so on. And you realize this place is fairly well garrisoned.
Fairly well fortified. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And again, I set the bar really high with the Drow. To me, they're the ultimate foe in many ways. Unless you're going into the abyss or hell or something, uh, they're the ones that they remind me of the Spartans, a cross between the Spartans and the Nazis. All right,
Yeah.
they're martial prowess and yet that chaotic nature is their weakness, of course. So
You can't unify to throw a truly unified front.
Zhang, what really messed up this whole encounter
Mm.
was you rolled nat 20
Oh
for
yeah.
perception.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was gonna give you that one. I was like, okay, I'll give him a 5 dexterity, and even if he fails it, I mean, he'll say he'll see the platform up ahead and stuff. But you rolled a 20, so I said by the time you saw it, the voice came out and they saw you and so on.
It's just a moment of distraction while walking,
It
and
was
I
just
walked
one of
15
the
feet
things.
too far.
I know. And anyway, I'm making a lot of excuses and stuff, guys. I apologize. It's
Well, that's part of the role playing too. Is when you blow a dice roll to recover from the bad
yeah.
dice roll.
Well, and I feel as a DM often I feel guilty when I put the party in a position, a very difficult position. I wonder, did I railroad them? Was I fair? Sometimes I'm not. So
Sometimes you're not supposed to be too.
no, and then yeah, you should read this module because it's like Gary's funny in it. He's like, "This is a
Well,
tough module." He goes,
well, you're not third or fifth or even eighth level characters in this one. You're like, what is it, 10 to
"Sure."
14 or 11
And
to
you know
14?
what? You guys are powerful. I've seen you come out of mixes up like this.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, I've seen it happen. So
All it takes is a round or two with Gwyden and I on that platform, and that platform's going to look a lot different. I mean, we've seen Gwyden
oh,
turn into the chop slicer.
Zhang. Oh, this was the other thing, Zhang. This is round 3, right?
No, second half of round 2.
Okay, it's your turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so they went. Oh, right. The commander had yet to. Oh no, she missed. Right.
Yeah.
And they shot their bolts, right? Okay, yeah, that's right. They missed Gwyden, and then that guy missed you. He swung, and then he tried to cast spell at you, and it puttered, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, those two floated down and are going to attack. Those two floated down and are going to attack. I think they're all done. Those two shot at Gwyden and missed, but they have their swords out too, Gwyden. Those wrist crossbows, they just kind of flick their wrist and they're done with them, right?
Mhm.
But it's your guys' action next.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll start in a minute here. Is everyone back yet?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so. All three of us are here. Scott's sitting there. Sounds like we're good.
Okay, cool. All right, so who wants to go first?
Do you want to lead the slice and dice, Gwyden?
Yeah. Okay, so this is still the same round. We're just in the melee phase. Is that right?
We're in our attack phase, the second half.
Yeah, they won initiative. That one Scott rolled or Dean rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm drinking my potion of levitation and going up on the platform to fight up on the platform. The
Okay, no
walkway.
problem. Yeah, you can do that this round. You'll be up next round
I have. Okay, good.
if all goes well.
Go this one. That's it.
Okay. Zhang's already up here. She's going to engage with this guy casting spells with her. She's just going to step onto the platform there off the wall and let him have some fists of fury here.
Well, here we go.
Just trying to figure out exactly what I want to work with here.
And excuse me, Gwyden, you see a large passageway up here, and Zhang, of course, you see
oh yeah, that
passageway down this way,
changed things a lot once I stepped out on there, didn't I?
and you hear people shouting orders down there, this direction.
Mm-hmm. Oh
There's-
my! Whoa! We got
Oh.
thunder rolling through here.
Oh, is
It's
that
been
right?
raining for a little bit, so if I all of a sudden drop
We lose
out,
you?
if you just see me blink off for the night, we've probably lost power.
Oh boy.
It's
Yeah.
happened a couple of times in the last couple of weeks.
Send your rain this way.
Okay,
All right, so
starting off with that lieutenant guy standing in front of me there. We're
right.
going to give him a left hook with that steel arm for martial arts attack.
You got it. That is yeah, Lieutenant Quilrin.
I don't think that 6 is going to do me much favors though.
He has pretty good armor class.
Uh,
-3 armor class he's got.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to do it for me though.
No, afraid not.
Okay.
You can hit armor class 1 with that.
Okay.
So
Follow that up. And take the other hand, whip around that chain whip. I get 1 attack around with that.
Mong. Right.
Ooh, that I think that'll bite into him.
Oh. Ooh, that. Ooh. Do you know what you need for? Oh wait, yeah, armor class minus. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Medium, that's 14 points of damage, and and then I pull that back, them teeth rip out, and he starts to bleed.
Oh, how much?
A D6 rounds for a D4 plus 2. If you want to keep track of that, or I'll remind you of it next round.
Ouch. Okay, let me just get the old. So he's taking 2 hits around. Or no, for 2 rounds he's taken.
2 rounds,
hits.
yeah.
Okay.
Before it clots up.
Ah!
The dragon teeth stabbing into him.
Blood sprays across your face. Splatter. His blood.
His blood, not mine. It's
Mhm.
all good. It's all good. It's all good. Let's see. He gets 3.5 attacks. So that's 3 this round and 4 next round. So we'll just go with one of these and see what we end up with. Oh, nice. Little kick to the knee and take a little side stomp on the inside of the knee there for another 8 points.
Deadly. So he is hurting. This is one of the officers, by the way.
Mhm.
It's a magic user fighter guy, right? And
Okay.
wicked armor class, and he's highly trained. But man, you have pummeled him, and he is bloody mess. Yeah, not quite down though, and bleeding. Raw, and he's giving you a ferocious look through lacerated cheeks.
Uh-huh.
So any more?
Not this round. He gets 3 attacks, or she gets 3 attacks this round, 4 attacks next round.
So you did 14. So you did 20. You did 24 points damage, right?
14 and
Wow.
8, 22 points.
22. Okay, yeah. So he is still alive. Okay.
Plus the bleed next round, but yes.
Yeah, he's a 7th level or 5th level fighter, 7th level mage. That guy. No pushover, but the commander Vondril's the one you should worry about. She's 9th level priestess.
Yep. This guy just
Okay.
happens to be in the way to me getting there.
Yeah. All right. So who wants to go next?
I will, I guess. Yeah, so I cast out a large, so I'm huge now.
Right.
That was last round.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna shoot arrows. One arrow at this guy and another arrow at this guy when they're closing in.
So you have to pull out your bow.
Yeah.
So you can shoot one arrow if you pull out your bow, basically. If you don't have your bow ready, I would say at least, right?
Yeah.
Technically, you're supposed to. 3. You miss.
No, that was my attack.
Okay.
The,
Are you attacking one of these drow, right? With
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was to draw my bow. Was the 3.
Oh, okay. I was just going to rule that if you don't have your bow drawn, you can just only have one shot.
Yeah, fair enough.
That seems, and that's even
Well,
being
14.
generous in a way. But 14. That will hit. I'm not
Minimum
sure why you have
damage.
+5 damage, but something wonky there.
+2 for the bow.
Got +2 arrows.
+2 arrows.
Yeah, that'll give you
That'd be
+2.
That'd be +4.
Oh, you're right. Take one off there. That's actually wrong. It should be 2.
Okay, so
5 points.
Yeah.
yeah. So these guys are like 2 hit die warriors.
Yeah.
And the arrow, but it doesn't take them down.
Yeah.
Hits them.
Hondo is in the back there. He'll call out to Mongo to engage the guys in the rear.
Look out.
And
Mongo didn't even see him. He was like looking up there. Now, what Mongo was doing, Jang, before
yeah,
he was eyeballing the walkover thing, and he's using his engineer skills, and he's looking for a weak spot on that catwalk. And he's back with his arm, and he's lit up with all these fury fire and stuff, and there's crossbow bolts bouncing off his armor and stuff, and he's like, "All right, and he hurls it at this weak spot, and I'm going to give this weak spot a -7 armor class.
see if he can actually
Yeah, and if he
dislodge
hits
something.
it, yeah, he might be able to, because it is severely damaged.
Oh yeah, that horn of blast.
That was close. He was only 2% off when Scott missed that roll.
Yeah.
So let me try this out.
$24.
Oy.
He
Ay
rolled an
caramba.
18.
Die, you ugly fucking cull. And he gives out his war cry. And he hits that sweet spot with that roll. He had to get oh no, he needed a 15 to hit -7. Wow. So anyway, he hits it, and the bridge shudders, and a big piece immediately breaks off and collapses, and the bridge itself is going to collapse, it looks like. Not right now, but very soon. And everybody might notice that because the whole thing shudders and lurches a bit. And okay. And I rolled a secret die, by the way, for that.
Does Mongo get more than one attack around?
Not with his throwing.
Not with his throwing hammer?
Yeah, okay. And it comes back to his hand.
Okay, then Hondo is going to step out and engage this minion at the back here.
So I'll give Hondo a hide in shadows roll to see if that minion spotted him.
Okay.
Because the minions were closing in. The minion, you notice, was running towards Boudica. This guy. Or this female.
Yeah. Well, Hondo didn't pass his hide in shadows, but he does step out and intercept him.
Okay, he sees you though, not surprised or anything. So go ahead, make a attack roll. And this is a female elite warrior, or female warrior. Yeah. The females are, check, I think they're 3 hit die.
Oh, I don't got that open. There we go. That's better.
No, they're 2nd level. Okay.
And she doesn't have to close. She only has to be within 8 or 10 feet of that person to close with them.
Oh yeah, and you're close enough regardless. Like you come out and so make your attack.
15.
And these guys have armor class 0. That's a miss. Let me
She's-
double check that. Females AC of 0. Yeah,
Oh yeah, she's a 6th
That's-
level monk now.
that's it. Armor class 4. That's a
Yeah.
miss.
Okay.
So you come out and it surprises Hondo how quick this female moves and dodges her.
hmm
Who's next? Boudica, how are you thinking right now? Your brain is working perfectly, but you can't control yourself.
Yeah.
You're held rigid.
Well,
And you-
I have been thinking about this since the moment I was held. I am sitting there going, wiggle your little toe. Wiggle your little toe. Because I don't want to let him know that when the whole spell
then there's-
dissipates.
You keep hearing this Death Queen Mother, Death Queen Mother, Death Queen Mother.
I'm trying to drown it out. Trying to
I
drown
will-
it out.
The opposite. Chant
Going.
the opposite.
Okay, that's interesting. That's great role playing. I'll give you a minus 15 wisdom check.
Minus 15? Okay. Let's see what we can do.
To see if you can get some sensation back.
Fuck.
And no, you're just Death Queen Mother. No, little toe.
little toe, little toe, little toe.
Okay, Drederick is sparkling with lights and fury fire. This eerie purple stuff, and he's kind of and his crossbow's reloaded.
Need some help back here.
Got what would Drederick do? He sees that you've kind of stormed off, like the good master always does, storms off and into the thickest fray.
Help me.
Drederick is going to head over to see if he can protect Boudica.
Oh yeah, so you heft your shield.
Yep.
Pull it up, and if you're if you're using your shield, you can't shoot
Well,
your
he doesn't-
crossbow without a penalty, but you can pop your
yeah.
shield down quick, right? And poof, and then you're the old Palice guy again, right?
Right. Yep. So I can't move him, but if you move him for me
Sure.
over.
Oh, you can't move him?
Mm-mm. He's
All right,
locked
so
or
you're
something.
okay. Good call. Wow. So he sees that something's wrong with Boudica. Now she's covered in darkness, Drederick. So you go towards the darkness, and do you enter the darkness, or stay outside of the sphere?
I think he's just going to make sure nobody goes in there.
Okay. So yeah, he sees Hondo's engaging the one, so that's kind of covered. There's this. He sees this big female with these silver braids going down one side of her head, and her helmet's on, and has this grotesque sort of spider-like features on it, and she's giving out this weird, eerie, yipping battle cry, and she seems to be not an officer, but like a NCO type, leading the rear segment here, perhaps. And she was moving in towards Mongo. And this one was moving in towards Boudica, but engaged by Hondo. So Drederick comes in between and just is going to defend. Okay. Anyone else want to act? Or can act?
Yeah, Hondo can get 2 attacks, so he can get his other one now.
Okay.
Or she can get her other one now. See if she can do something better.
Oh, yeah, Boudica, you're covered in darkness. That's right.
Nope. She takes a kick at this one as it goes by her, ducking under her naginata, and he dodges that too.
Okay, so I think we're finished on that side. Next round, right? Roll initiative.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. 5. Ooh,
So close.
yep. Again, in desperation, this magic user type guy, he's in desperation waving his hands again. And this was his big one. Give me a magic resistance, I suppose, to start as he.
Okay.
Oh, close, close, close. And as now he's gonna try shoot you with a lightning bolt.
At point blank range.
Yeah. In desperation, he fires it into the cavern, echoing, and he's trying to hit you. In this case, do you get your No, that's against missiles. In this case, you have to make a magic or saving throw, correct?
A saving throw, and then I can use my key to avoid magic afterwards. Yes.
Oh, okay.
We haven't actually had much magic target Jang, so I haven't used that much. So is that a spell save?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, this mage has some potent spells.
Natural 20. Nice.
Woohoo!
Just
And
dodge, miss the whole thing as it goes down the corridor.
and what the angle he shot it at, it would have kind of ricocheted down the cavern and echoed down this big flash of light. Crack. Wow. Zhang, give me if you roll a 1 on a 20-sided, because you made that 20 there, I'll say you deflect the lightning bolt somehow
Okay, we'll
into your
roll
favor.
I like this new rule. I like this new rule.
and
thought of
another
it.
19.
It's 5% chance, so you could deflect the lightning bolt. Wah! Pull off a. No, I'm starting to realize that I have to really be open to your guys' interpretations of things, and
Oh, I just threw that shit out there. I didn't really. I just thought
Oh,
it was
yeah.
kind of funny.
no, that is good. I like
So
that.
typically you would take half damage on a save, right? Right, Darren?
That's right.
But with the key magic, because she made her save, she takes no damage from magical attacks that cause damage.
Oh, good for you.
So that's one of her key abilities.
Yeah.
So
'cause,
not everybody will take that, but she does.
25. Oh, yeah, that would have been 12 points damage or whatever for half. But anyway, a miss, and that's done. Pardon me, everybody. Okay, Hondo.
Yes.
What is your armor class?
Not real great. 4.
Okay, I need a saving throw.
Spells.
Yeah, no poison. And Hondo takes 2 points damage as a bolt hits him from somewhere up in the shadows on one of those platforms.
Okay, come on. Can he deflect that one or no?
No, you can't see up there. You can only deflect them if you can see them.
Nope. She's
Oh,
going
yeah.
down.
Oh, yeah.
They both rolled like under 5.
Yeah. So Hondo slumps, if anyone noticed, down.
Up against the wall.
Oh, it's a good thing Drederick came over, because the drow are quite ruthless. Drederick might have to save Hondo's life.
Yeah.
We'll see what comes to that. All right, so those were the shots from there, shots from up there. Okay, Silk, these two come in professionally at you from either side and attack with their weapons.
Don't I get missile fire first?
Not in melee.
Remember, I'm 18 feet tall, right?
Oh, you're 18 feet tall. That gives you a big bonus to your melee attacks.
Mhm.
Doesn't do much for your bow, though.
No, it's probably stupid to switch for a little.
You would get a shot. I'll give you a shot off first. Go ahead. One of them is wounded, I think. Yeah, this guy, you shot him once already. 13. That will. Oh, you don't have your Thaco set up. You are a 10th level thief, right?
Yeah.
You don't have your Thaco table set up. I'll have to do that.
11th level.
11th level thief. Okay, pardon me, everybody. Let me look at this real quick. Because I think you missed with the 13 of armor class. What's your bonus to hit total, Brad? Do you have any bonuses to hit? with your bow?
It's a +2 compound bow or composite bow.
Okay.
What's your dex?
Oh, you already added that to that.
That's
Okay,
a plus
13.
two
That
arrow.
no, that's a miss, Brad.
Yeah.
Let me
Okay.
double check that because I have to set up your
I
table
had a
there.
feeling
Sorry.
it might be.
Yeah, they have armor class 0. You need a 14 to hit them. If you're +2, you said you're +2. Yeah. Or no, you rolled a 13. Okay, there you go. So they come in. Your armor class though is -4. You told me, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, okay. At 20. So this one does 4, 6, 12 points damage, and you have to make saving throw versus poison.
I think it's going to be a TPK at this point.
You guys didn't cast neutralize poison on yourself. You don't have that, do you?
No.
We don't have a
You
cleric.
don't have a high level like cleric.
Cleric. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, Brad, go ahead. Poison and saving throw, if you be kind.
Holy, roll 20 is not being friendly tonight.
Silk slumps down as he slashed it.
Oh wait a minute! I'm immune to poison because I'm an elf. Or-
No,
Elves
No.
aren't immune to poison.
Sleep and
no.
charm.
sleep and charm.
Um,
oh, I guess I'm thinking roll master.
Where was I? Okay, those two. Okay, that was the one, and the other one missed. Okay,
It isn't
this
this
fee.
sleep being a poison, even though it's a poison.
No,
No,
it's
that's a charm or sleep. That's a magical effect. This is a poison.
Hmm.
So this sergeant squares off with Mongo, and she's a bit of a tougher customer. What's Mongo's AC? That's a miss. Hold on.
he's a walking tank too.
Yeah, he doesn't have the greatest armor class, though. I remember he doesn't actually, and
Oh,
that's a hit. I'll pardon me. I'll double check. But this is a 0. It's +3. Miss. Nope, it's a miss. She's 4th level fighter. Okay. Now this one attacks Hondo. Oh no, Hondo's down. Pardon me. Drederick. Now he sees Hondo's down. So this guy turns, and Drederick's there, of course. And you're lit up, Drederick. He gets +2 on his attack against you.
Mm-hmm.
2
Okay.
+2. So that's a 14. What's your AC? It's pretty good.
Drederick has plate mail, shield.
That's
Yeah,
2.
I think it's just a 2.
Okay, he misses. Where was I? Okay, up here, Zhang. That guy, he missed with the lightning bolt, of course.
Yep.
But this warrior, the female, she has these wicked scimitar, the drow scimitar, and takes a cut, missing. This guy's still stunned. Commander. The commander is, well, pardon me. This is a tough battle, everybody. I got, yikes. She casts Cure. She cures this guy, that mage dude fighting you, Jang.
Okay.
She's gonna cast cure serious wounds. Wow. She's got some powerful spells. So she cures him. Well, I'll roll here. See how much. I think cure serious wounds is 3d8 plus. Oh darn it! Someone got a player's handbook. They can help me. Here. Yeah, cure serious wounds is 3d8 plus something.
What level cleric spell is that?
4th?
I think it's plus player level, isn't it?
It is a 4th level spell.
Okay. 1 second, almost there. Cure serious wounds.
Thanks, Dean.
2d8 plus 1.
2d8. Okay. That's it? Really? 4th level fucking spell.
3 to 17 hit points.
Okay. So 10 hit points.
Back from what she laid into him with.
Yep. He's up to 16 again.
Rosie?
But he's taking 2 hit points around. So, oh,
God damn it, child. You are just.
yeah. Rose, what's up?
Oh, she's
Okay.
determined to slide off my lap.
Oh no. So he's stunned. This one here is going to levitate down and head towards Boudica, the darkness. Gwyden, you see another one approaching. There's alarms have been set off. Obviously, there might be some more coming. Oh, Gwyden, did you actually levitate up right this round?
Yes. Yes.
And you're on, yeah. And so these two can
Well,
attack
that-
you, correct? Or did you
that-
attack?
I have not attacked yet. I should have 2 attacks this round, though.
Yeah. Okay, but they won. Okay, so these two attack you, first of all.
Okay.
That's just because they won
Miss.
initiative this round.
Yeah. A miss, and they both. They're trying to hit you. Yeah. And I'm just thinking there's one more approaching. He'll be here next round. And then there's a female coming, another one reinforcer coming from the south. Shang, you see, that will be next round will show up. And so far, that's all you noticed. There are, you're taking artillery fire from up these platforms. There's a couple up here.
Yeah, there's more up there. Yeah.
And yeah, things aren't looking good now.
No.
Poison.
Very much so.
Damn. Sorry, guys. All right, it's your turn.
A well-planned attack would have taken this out better than the subterfuge.
Sometimes it's like, let's just carve our way through it.
Then we could have been more prepared and not been right in the middle of the kill zone.
You know
Yeah.
what? This is a fun battle, though. I
Go
put a
ahead,
little-
Gwyden. You
Sorry.
lead the charge on the slicing.
More.
I know. Sorry, that silk is like drilling on the ground.
$15, and then my second attack.
Ooh, that's definitely a hit. So Gwyden, tell me how you dispatch the one on your left with a move.
Um,
The male.
I cut off his legs on the way up.
Oh, a favorite tactic of the
It's who I am. It's what I do.
And so you did 15 damage with that one, right? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
and
you
then
cut
12
his
with the
legs
second
off,
one.
and he collapses. And the next one, you slice him,
Yeah.
you puncture him. He doesn't die though. Almost, very close. These guys have it. Let me double check. Other than having 13 hit points each and armor class 0 because of 16 dexterity, they're the same as the male Gerald patrol. Okay, so 13. He's hurt, man. You probably cut off his hand or something. 1 hit point left.
Oh,
Let's make you a little bigger. There you go. You tower over these guys. Who's left? Boudica. Or
Okay.
anybody else? Oh no, you failed to do that. That's right.
Yeah.
You are held.
Yeah, I'm still
Mongo.
held. Oh.
Mongo's still got to go.
And I'll give you another chance, Heather, to come up with something if you will. And there's darkness about you, Heather. You're in a nightmare world. You're actually having ringing thoughts of that 4-year-old chanting this thing with your mum before you go into
Well,
bed.
and am I able to hear the sounds of battle over the auditory hallucinations?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm getting concerned here. I close my eyes. I visualize the moonstone in my pocket, and I say, or I start to think, Alistare, Lady of the Hunt, Divine Moon Goddess, please hear me and release me from these bonds.
Oh, I remember you had one kind of. I remember you had like a. Remember you had a charge you could use.
I
You,
do.
you could mimic the actual moon once a month or something like that.
Yes,
Wasn't that it?
I think that's what it was.
So did you want to use it in this case? Like, do you
Um,
invoke that ability?
it's desperate enough that, and she's, I, because I can't see around me, I'm going to assume that they're hard pressed. The drow are wily, they are dangerous, and I want to get
Mm.
the ability to help them out. So yeah, I think I
Okay,
would.
so that is your 1 month action for that item.
That's perfectly fine.
Okay. You hear a voice in your ear, and it's a beautiful voice of not your mother, but your stepmom, I guess you could say, the goddess herself.
Hmm.
And it's like, daughter, this darkness is too much, and it disappears in a flash. And you can see now you're still held, and I don't wish my daughter to be held, and that's gone. You are in danger. Choose wisely what you do. You are far away. There's much between us. Anything else? And I cannot act. And the voice dissipates. But you're not held anymore. The darkness is gone, and you see a female drow has just landed on her feet lightly, and is kind of startled back as the darkness disappears. She was just about to enter the darkness, and she had this wicked sword ready to do whatever. But suddenly the darkness is gone, and there's a unheld drow there with a fire in her eye, apparently. Who's left?
Shang hasn't acted yet.
Ah, go ahead, Jane. So the magic user guy's been healed.
Yeah, does that stop his bleed as well?
Oh, that's a good call. I'm gonna give him a saving throw.
Okay.
How's that? Oh, Kitty. Kitty just laid on the keyboard and everything went. Oh no. Oh no. What'd you do? Let me try that again. That's a fail.
Okay.
He's still bleeding.
Okay. Well, I hit him again with that whip again. I'm pretty sure the 18 will do it for another 8 points of damage, and then we're going to see how hardy he truly is. As she relaxes entirely, just lets that metal arm go totally limp, and then just total palm strike to the chest with the steel arm. I don't know if that one's going to hit.
No, not even with your
Dean,
bonuses.
you could help us with a couple good rolls here, man.
I know.
A miss, pardon me.
Okay.
That was on the magic user guy, right?
The magic user
That's
guy.
a miss, yeah.
Okay.
Got really good armor class.
The other guy coming in, he's wearing armor, right? Like he's got
Oh yeah,
armor.
They're armor class 0.
Yeah. Okay. I think.
Yeah, females are armor class 0 too. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're tough drow, eh? Like they're peons. They're second level guys. They're armor class 0.
Oh. Well, we're going to try one last thing here that either makes it or breaks it here. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's natural 20. And that was Dragon Takes Bull to the Mountain.
32 damage.
Yep. Lieutenant Quadrille there.
Explodes.
Nope. I reach out, grab him by the collar of his robes or whatever he's wearing, plant my foot in his hip, launch him over my head, and throw him off the catwalk.
And I'm afraid that the bones are crunching, and as he shatters against the wall and
Tumbles
he
down.
kind of gives out this scream, but and then crunch as half of the vertebrae in his spine kind of roll up. And
Yep.
Brad, as to answer your question, it will shorten the length of the poison. He is
Okay.
dead that time. Oh geez.
Okay. that one I don't get to use very often, but okay. And then I'm just going to turn around and try and give an elbow backwards to this last guy with his 4th attack because that's his last one for this round. I don't think 13's going to do it.
Yeah, actually, that will do it.
In that case, he takes 9 points of damage.
Yeah, because you're like 13th level, right?
11th level monk. 12th level monk. 11th level monk.
I thought you were higher than that. Really?
No, I'm fair bit behind everybody else because monks don't get any bonuses to
your
experience.
base number is 14.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. 13. Ooh, that's just a miss.
Just missed him by 1, but it was just a normal martial arts attack. So.
Okay.
But he just watched his lieutenant go sailing off into the air and then fall down 25 feet.
Splat. Gwiden acted. Oh yeah, he killed the one. That's right. I have to give it the job. Everyone else. Oh, Mongo. Still has to go, right?
Was engaging that guy. Yep.
So he gets 2 attacks against the sergeant. But he looked over and he saw that these 2 are moving in on Silk and Trichio.
Uh-huh.
And he
Going to
he's
engage
like,
them.
No, and he runs because he knows he sees the drow in their eyes as they look at these helpless bodies, and he runs over. But the sergeant gets a free attack on him when because he disengages and runs over and attacks this one that was going to attack Silk.
Give them
and
something else to
Mom,
think
no,
about.
I'm gonna bring you a candy gram.
5 may not do that on him. Mongo.
No, the Sergeant Corinth. Can you guys see his names and stuff?
Yep.
Yeah. The Sergeant Corinth, the female with this hammer of all things, Mrs. Mongo, as he just ignores her. Fuck you, lass. And he charges this one and just hacks him in the back. Or tries to. Oh shit. 3. He's pretty friggin' tough, even with +2 though. I think that's a miss. He's no Gwiden.
Yeah.
I should have rolled his thing. That will just miss.
He's got 2 attacks though in melee, does not.
Yeah, he does. Actually, yeah, you're right. Let me roll 20s. Give me a hard time here. Everybody, give me a second.
Yeah, it's been acting funky tonight.
It won't give me Wongo's character sheet, so I have to restart it. Well, this is an exciting battle, guys. I don't know. It's not looking good.
We're poorly prepared.
Okay, let's see if this works. Mongo, because he's powerful, but excuse me. Armor class 0. He needs to roll a 8. Really? Yeah. Oh, you missed. Pardon me. Second attack, and this time I'll macro or I'll use the appropriate thing. That's a hit. Ooh, rolled max damage.
Oh, nice.
He just like and his hammer comes down and spack as he brains this fucker and kills him. All right. Anyone else got to act? Dredrick.
Yes,
Okay.
he got one in front of him that he intercepted going after Boudica.
Yeah.
He's got the falchion +2, so he'll roll that. And then he got +1 to hit because of the bless spell.
Oh yeah, the bless. Remember that, everyone. Oh.
Yep.
Okay, go for it.
Attack 0.
Uh-oh. Well, you rolled a 6.
You got an extra plus on the on
Yeah.
your sheet there.
There's something going on.
Yeah.
But that won't, even if it's 3-3-1, I don't think it should be. That's a miss. Yeah, with this roll 6.
Yeah, I did hit +1, so maybe that was the problem. I don't know.
Yeah.
It worked better when I didn't hit the +1. Okay, I'll
Yep.
remember next time.
Unfortunately, it's a miss. So he misses. Anyone left? Oh, both Riccio and
Bodica.
Hondo are both down.
Bodica's
Ah.
free this round.
Yep. Oh yeah, but she can act next round. And
Oh, she can act next round. Okay.
yeah, that she did that. She talked to her goddess and got this thing this round.
Yeah.
So we're done.
Yeah.
Initiative. Whew. 3.
Okay.
Well, so everything. Yeah, I don't like. We should roll again. I don't like simultaneous action. It muddles everything up. It doesn't make sense because if somebody gets whacked, they can't cast a spell, and I mean it doesn't happen. Like
Yeah.
everybody's acting at once. So let's re-roll.
Okay.
All right, try again.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 5.
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, you rolled a 3? Oh no. Oh, 6. Dean
6.
pulls through.
There we go.
That's a big roll because you guys have been losing initiative more.
Yeah, and
that's
they've
that
been
can.
they've been pressing us.
All right. Give me 1 second because I have to look up a quick stat for that slow poison. Oh, I got a phone call now. Okay, everybody, 1 minute.
Hold.
I'll admit this was a lot bigger battle than I expected too. honestly.
Yeah. Egg Wyden, if I was you,
outpost maybe 8 to 10 people.
Egg Wyden, if I was you, I'd get near the edge of the catwalk because it's shaking and cracking and popping in the middle. I don't know how long it's going to take, but poor Mongo there, he cracked her on something that you loosened up.
Looking back, I should have cast that monster summoning 3 right at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
How tall is this?
What's that?
How tall is this?
It's about 25 feet to the bottom, about 30 feet to the platform. So it's about a 30-foot drop down, and Mongo cracked something there, and it's still popping and chipping and cracking away where you hit it with that horn of blasting. So I was just going to say, like, make sure you stay near the wall over there, because if the middle falls out, we don't want to be going with it.
How would a 25-foot fall be handled with a dexterity check or anything? Would it help at all? Probably not.
Not likely because
But if I use that, if I got up here with a potion of levitation, so
oh,
How
you've
long
probably
does the
still got it in
levitation
effect.
last?
yeah,
If it lasts like 10 or 20 rounds, you can just have it fall out from underneath you and not have to worry about it. You just stay there and
Yeah.
levitate.
I mean, literally, I've only been up here 1 round, so
Be right back.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's definitely still in effect.
my battery may not hold out to the end of the fight. So if I lose my phone, I'll be losing my Zoom.
Okay.
So
Have a charger.
yeah, I don't have a good charger anywhere. I don't have a way to charge this phone anywhere near this computer. So unfortunately. This video conferencing just really totally drains this computer.
Yeah.
or drains this phone.
Yeah, I feel you. Mine does too.
I was at about 60% before this thing started.
Yeah, sounds about right. I need to start remembering to plug my damn phone in.
Hey, Rose. Hi, Rose. Hi, Rose.
Oh yeah, she's
Sorry.
getting into
I'll be 1 more minute.
So I'm going to turn during my attack phase and move away from the one that's reeling from my last hit. And I'm going to spin around and charge Vondrel while he's focused on you.
Okay.
I should have 4 attacks this round, which means with my sword. So I'm about to carve this fucker up. I don't know if Darren will give me 4 attacks, seeing as I'm moving from one engagement to the next, but I should at least get 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and how do you have 4 attacks, by the way?
It's normally because he's special doubles, he's got the specialization in the hang on,
Yeah, 13th level. Right?
I'm sure
Yeah,
he's got the
13th level fighter. Oh.
and he's double specialized or whatever it is. Maybe it's just specialized. Maybe he's not double specialized.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, it does give you multiple attacks. I know that.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
when you get
normally
up-
I'm 2 attacks, and normally you'd just be 2 attacks in a round, but the specialization gives you an extra attack in that second phase. But then, because I'm specialized,
No.
it gives me another.
Well, in the Unearthed
Every
Arcana,
other round. Yeah.
right? It's straight up gives you a ratio, right?
Yeah, 5 every 2 rounds.
Yeah. So it depends what you did last round. You could get 3
Yeah,
attacks this round or 2, right?
Yeah, okay, so maybe that's what it is. 3 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's wicked though. Like you are a carving machine, man. And I've seen it happen. I've seen you carve up an ancient red dragon. I was just like,
Mhm.
That distance is, let's have a quick look. Is everyone back or whatever? We can start up. And Brad, you've been a trooper.
20
It sucks.
feet, yeah.
Character goes down like unconscious. Mongo May just saved your life.
Do I wake up?
Yeah, it didn't. I was just looking that up. I was just looking at Drow Elf. I remember reading it somewhere. Yeah, and they can hide so well. They got all sorts of goodies they can do. Can't find it right now where it talks about
Less
their
round
poison.
per time size I am. Maybe.
Joy, sleep poison, decays instantly. Lost everything. I can't. It doesn't actually have a time. It doesn't say what. I can't find it. Drow sleep poison decays instantly in sunlight. Its power is lost after about 60. Okay, blah 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 blah. They often have small barrels filled with. It's like they like their poison. It doesn't actually say how long you sleep for. But it is a powerful slumber. I mean, it's like you can't shake you awake, right? You're down. And I know it's a number of turns. I remember in the Fiend Folio I could read it up. It'd have it in there, I'm sure. Yeah, I know what you mean. Though your size would help, but as to rounds, like it's not a number of rounds you're sleeping, Brad. It's a matter of turns. Unfortunately.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the way you're thinking, but yeah, unfortunately, in the moment of combat, it won't matter. And so, everyone finished? I think. Boudica has to act. I think you guys all have to act. Gwyden. Oh wait, we have to start.
We just rolled initiative. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's roll.
Okay, so Gwyden was saying that he wanted to
Carve away.
Yeah, while my while the guy that I hit last time was reeling from that last hit, I'm going to spin around and
He can still
charge
attack
at.
you when you run away.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to try and see if I can't take out Vondrel here. I can't. It's not letting me move.
+2.
I don't know. Is there
Oh,
a reason?
okay. There might be a. Ah. Okay, try now.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, so the guy, as you run away, even with the bonus, and when you turned and ran, he missed, and this guy wasn't engaged with you, so he doesn't get to. Okay, so you run over. Now, the guy who had his ears bleeding and stuff is now no longer stunned, by the way. There is a guy in the way, Gwyden, and he would see you charging, and so you have to get around him first.
Yeah,
Or
basically.
you could
stand
ignore
beside
him and try to run by him, but he gets free attacks.
I'll let him. I mean, I'll let him attack me. I'm
Well,
going
you
after
have
the
to get
commander.
through him, right? He's defending the commander. So he'll
Alright.
step in. He'll step in front of you, Gwyden. Pardon me.
Okay,
Not for long,
That's-
but he'll
that's
do
cute.
it.
that's cute what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks pretty small. Look at him beside you. Gwyden's like, Yoni. And that's a hit. 11 damage. Ooh. But doesn't quite drop him. You have another attack, right? If you wish.
Yep, that one killed him. 15. An 8 should hit an arm class 0.
It does.
I think that's what I need.
Damn. Out of my way. How do you dispatch this guy?
I with a shoulder, I knock him off the edge.
2 attacks. So you got him.
Yep, and then I give him a shoulder, and he's knock him off the side there. I want to see him on the
Now,
ground.
I should call you on that, Scott, because Drow can levitate. So
Dead ones.
I know. That's what I said. You should stab me. You had 2 attacks. Come on. Knock.
Well, the third attack was using to shove his body off the rail.
Yeah.
Off the.
He's definitely okay. So he careens off. Poof. And the platform shifts. By the way, during this time, you're feeling it shudder, and it's gonna go. Probably next round.
He's still got that levitation potion in effect on him, so he doesn't really care.
Checkmate.
Mate.
Checkmate.
Where were we? You're done, right? Zhang?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or whoever wants to go next?
Well, Zhang will take care of this fella here and see what we end up doing. So this looks like just a regular trooper, or is this?
Yes, female trooper, gung ho, just rah.
Okay, well,
Facial tattoos.
first thing she's getting is that dragon tooth chain whip around the throat, and maybe not with a 6. I think she ducked.
No, that was a miss. Remember, you needed a.
Yeah.
What was it again? Yeah, we had that.
Pretty sure that was a miss.
Yeah, you need like an 11 to hit.
Left hook. Oh, even that one missed. Boy, she's dodging and weaving.
Oh boy, highly trained.
Yeah. What am I looking at? 3 this round? Yep, 3 this round. So regular martial arts attack. And a kick to just see if I can score something on her. Oh, and boy, is that a kick. Caught her dodging and just came. She dodged left, dodged low for that hook punch, and a knee right to the face as she was dodged down low.
Blood squirts out. Crack.
11 points of damage from a knee to the face.
Oh, indeed, and that staggers her definitely, and there's a crunch, nose cracks, shatters, blood splats out onto her chest, but she's still on her feet, amazingly. Yeah, she actually you whiffed twice.
Whiffed twice on that, but let her into the third one.
Heather, are you with us?
Yes, I am. Sorry.
Okay, the darkness is gone and your eyes are open and your hands, you can clench them and you were gripping your sword so tight. You realize.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to unsheath it and move toward the enemy in front of me.
Indeed. Well, it's unsheathed. You were,
Okay.
yeah. Or
Yeah,
no, it
somehow I
wasn't
must
because
have-
you were talking. Oh no, you'd put it down. Remember?
I put down the scimitar. I was gonna draw Blood Moon
Ah.
when they arrested me if everyone else did the same.
Ooh, Blood Moon, nice.
So I'm gonna unsheath Blood Moon and head toward them.
Well, there's a drow right in front of you and was about to slit your throat.
Yep, and I'm going to take advantage of their surprise state and attack.
Good call. Sword rings out, and they're so shocked, and the light, there was a flash when the darkness disappeared. So normally I would criticize you for drawing a weapon and attacking, but in this case, you actually had a moment as everybody realized that a goddess had spoken. For a moment, you heard a voice speaking in, mind you, it was spoken in a high elven tongue, and all the drow cringed for a second, by the way, in the chamber.
Hmm.
But go ahead, Boudica swings the sword. Ooh, 11. That's going to hit. 12th level ranger. Yikes. And how do you dispatch this warrior, Boudica?
I look this warrior dead in the eye and I say, Vendui, which is the drow word for goodbye.
Oh,
just goodbye and right to the hilt in the gut.
and with a groan, this creature that was about to slit your throat in the darkness or slit something. She's probably done this before. Drops dead.
Well, there's that old adage: if someone tries to kill you, you try to kill them right back.
Kill or be killed. Boudica's finished, and everyone might have realized something had happened. And is it a turning point? A voice had spoken. I don't like the darkness. I don't like being held, it said in High Elvish. So Gwyden would understand. It'll boost, remember your blessings, right?
Yep.
Who's next? Mongo? That'll work. Mongo spins and hits, attacks the Sergeant Corinth. Pardon me, I have to. Oh no, that's Gwyden. Shit. Sometimes roll 20, I get too flustered with it. All right.
Oh, nice.
That 10's a hit, actually. And a 20's definitely a hit. He just lays into that sergeant. Oh, actually, she's got a better armor class. That 10. Hit armor class -2. Oh, that's a hit. That just hit it. She had an armor class -2. The sergeant goes down and Mongo just lays into her because she was about to attack Mongo's back. But he spun around in a wicked move, killing this fanatical female. Who's obviously a graduate of the female academy, probably the elite.
Couple of cracks in the head will slow anybody down with a big hammer like that.
Yeah, he's kind of glowing with these weird kind of fairy fire stuff effect that's coming off him, and he's using it. He's done. Hondo's down. Drederick. Scott,
Yep.
I'll let you.
Yep. Hang on, looking for it. 15, so 13 points damage.
Nice.
Wow. So the sword swishes back and forth, and this drow collapses, eviscerated.
Way to go, Drederick. Yeah.
Drederick. Done. Gwyn's done. Zhang's done. That's everybody, correct?
That floor down there is looking a lot different for that one guy that's left alive down there.
Bodica made a good move too.
Yeah.
I was about to meet her
Bodies
maker.
of his friends getting thrown off the ledge, falling around him.
So it's their turn. This drow slits Trickio's throat
Oh man.
to the bone
Arg.
quickly.
I was just looking up drow poison. Apparently, there's 2 saving throws. The first one is for unconsciousness, and the secondary effect is unconsciousness for 2 to 4 hours. So if you're in a state of just unconsciousness, if you get injured, you can get injured, or somebody can wake you up. If you get injured, you'll wake up.
Oh, I see. So somebody could wake you then out of it.
Yeah.
And Trickio gets a chance to wake up if he's being dispatched.
Being attacked.
Okay. Go ahead, Zhang. Roll for Trickio saving throw. He should have his saves
Yeah. Which one do you want?
versus poison
Okay. We will.
because that might save him from getting killed.
Yep.
He'll.
Nope.
Oh no. Okay, good call, Brad. Good call.
He
And
needed a
Silk,
12.
you yourself can make a save, by the way, to see if you're at that state or not. I appreciate that, everyone. Yeah. Oh, not too bad. Okay, Silk is down for the moment, but this one drow slits Trickio's throat, and he kind of relishes it, throws him aside, and then goes to Silk, but sees Mongo is busy for this round, so he moves towards Silk. And Mongo just killed the Sergeant Corinth, though.
Might be harder for him because remember, I'm 18 feet tall still.
Sure. It might be, yeah. Okay, that's true.
And the fact that he's the only
18.
one left alive down there now. He's all alone down there.
No. Well, down there he is, yeah.
Yeah, down on the floor.
There is 2 other drow in the vicinity,
Yeah.
in the rafters. Okay. Okay, Gwyden. This guy pursues and attacks you. Miss. This guy was gonna attack you. He runs over, attacks. Miss. So of course the commander, Gwyden, saw you coming and spins around to confront you or whatever. And give me a moment. It has some. Oh, she'll have to hit you to do this. Okay. To your surprise, actually, give me one moment. Oh wow! I just realized something. That guy you killed, Zhang, had another weapon he was going to use, and yeah, well, he will no longer. Okay, sorry everybody. I have to read a little bit here.
A little more than just a little bit, I imagine. There's a lot to this outpost.
Okay, sorry, another minute, and she looks at you with wide eyes of rage, Gwyden. And in her right arm, she has this kind of bit of a wand with a spider writhing at the end of it. By the Death Queen Mother, you will run for your life. And she flashes this wand at you, and it just comes down to a saving throw. As you're inundated with this, the world sort of tilts and swirls a bit, and there's this element of chaos, and you see fear in everything, and everybody's out to kill you, and you want to immediately run as fast as you can. So saving throw versus spells. Oh,
7.
And roll 20 strikes again.
this sense that it's too much. Everything's collapsing. The fear, that spider effect. Suddenly, these 8 eyes are looking at you and searing in your mind, and you're under the effect of a fear spell, unless you have some immunity or something. With the bless effect, you had a +1, which would have given you. But
I had the +1 in it, so
okay. So Gwyden, I'll have to have you role play that. That's oh man, that's tough. Your guys' tank, or actually your killer. Mongo's your tank. Gwyden's your friggin' killer. You're under the effect, Gwyden.
yeah. I'm just looking to see if there's anything I'm not thinking about that would have given me any other bonuses, but I can't think of what it would be.
And you'll have to decide how that affects you because you've acted this round. So, but suddenly you just lurch back and gasp, another shriek as she just leers and realizes that she's worked. It's like, yes, Queen Death Mother. She shouts at you. Okay, Zhang, these two attack you.
Okay. Yep.
Oh my.
Not that one. Or that one.
The one that
Roll.
rolled a 1, Zhang, if you make I'm just being a bit fickle here, but if you make a -10 dex save, you can have a 1 attack on the one that rolled a 1. A fumble.
Okay, 1 second here. Nope. See it in the flash of an instant, just too late as they recover their guard.
Okay. That one did that. That one did that. Dredrick killed that one. Boudica killed that one. I'm gonna make a morale check for our balcony boys. I should have done that secretly. Okay. Some more bolts ring out through the darkness. Or not. So, oh, wow.
One.
Oh, there's one more. There's 2 on that side.
String would snap on a 1.
Yeah. Oh man. Holy. Yeah. You hear just confusion twangs, and they're not even close.
Hey, Darren, real quick, with that
Yeah.
spell, if she used a wand, shouldn't that have been wand rods and staffs?
No, it's not a wand. It was a spell. The fear spell.
Okay.
I was just using that for a focus
Okay.
and effect. Yeah. She has 2 fear spells. And she saw you running at her and just spun around and just went, yeah. Okay, they're done. Those 2 are done. She's done. You guys killed a lot in the last couple of rounds. I'm surprised. Okay, this one here, slit the throat, right? They shot bolts. They're done. Next round.
Okay.
4. I'm rolling. Oh, Dean. Big
Pulling
roll.
it out of the bag.
Big roll. You know how big that last one was, Dean? Because you guys killed like 4 of them or 5 of
Yeah.
them. before they.
Could come back
Anyway.
and yeah.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. So
Mongo's.
it's your call. You guys act first.
Mongo needs to save Silk over
Help
there.
me.
Oh, indeed. Oh, right. Now this one sees Mongo run at, well, anyway, Mongo runs up and
See what he does. Engaged
oh,
either way.
oh wow. Oh, sorry, I did it again. I forgot. I'll roll for damage here. He's +6 damage. 7 + 6. Oh, that was a good roll. That kills him.
Thunk.
Yeah, he just wades into this drow. No, you don't. And he's
Thank you.
and so yeah, he was gonna slit your throat.
Or Dan.
And he just wades in.
I was thinking something. Maybe because of my size, instead of it being like 1 die 4 turns, it's like 1 die 4 rounds.
Well, I don't know. I was gonna shorten it, but you can't keep splitting hairs too, right?
Yeah.
Mongo, it's powerful poison. Like the drow, they deal with some powerful beings, I imagine, and so on. But anyway, Mongo did dispatch the one. Couldn't save Trickio.
Yep.
He's done. He shot. Nope, it's your turn. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, Zhang's gonna try and take care of these two here. See what we end up with. That 15 should do it.
Oh yeah. Oh, and you finally kill that one.
Wrap that chain whip right around his torso, bedding one of the teeth right in his thigh, right through the main artery in the thigh, and then just pulls it right back out and rips out blood all over the wall.
Yikes. Well played. Yeah, and next you have another attack. Yeah, that was intense.
Actually, I got 4 this round with them 2 that are attacking me. So
wow.
Turns around, spins to the inside.
Oh,
just misses the guy's nose when she comes around with that left back fist with that steel arm.
23 damage.
Hey, she lost an arm to get that ability.
Titanium fist.
Yep. Yeah, I think we'll just do this. Oops, back up there. Just 1 number, don't make it complicated.
Yeah, we need some more skookum like magic light of like staff of power or some shit.
That's a hit.
Okay.
11 damage. Ooh, what attack was that? That was the.
That's just straight up base martial arts attack for her now.
11. Oh, didn't kill him. Her.
And the last one whiffs.
Oh, okay.
But she misses with that big metal back fist comes around, but just catches him with a little elbow clip with the other arm as she recovers the whip and brings it around for the next round.
Nice. But you brought down that one. I was giving you a hard time.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Don't have to worry about him bleeding out. I'm pretty sure he's bleeding out.
Zhang's done.
Yep.
Gwyden.
and Dredrick and
pardon me. Yeah, let's start with Boudica and Dredrick. Boudica.
Back in a second. I just got to hit the cam.
Yeah. Is Heather there? I think you're muted, Heather, if you are.
Shoot, thank you. I'm here. I'm gonna go to the next closest drow, and I'm gonna try.
There are no close drow.
Oh, there are none.
No.
Wow. Yeah. Let me see if I can find the damn map.
You're
So
down
barely
in the on the path, and there's a platform 25, 30 feet up high. There's an unknown pockets behind you. You guys have actually dispatched everybody down here.
Yeah.
At least one of those archers had a
Yeah,
bow.
and I don't think there's a way for me to get up onto the catwalk with everybody, and even so, I'm assuming I can hear it rumbling, I can hear it collapsing.
You heard the commander shout out, "Queen, Death, Mother, Goddess," and something flashed up there, and you heard a howl from Gwyden.
Um, is he within sight of me? Can I see him?
No,
Hmm.
not because of distance, but because of the platform. And the platform's collapsing. You can see that this round. This is the last round it's held.
Yeah. Well, once that happens, that's not good. Let's see. I'm probably trying to think what I would do at this point. Jeez. Well, there was mention of Hondo being poisoned. Is she still alive?
Hard to say. Your knowledge of the drow poison so far has been it renders you unconscious, but
Yeah, I'm gonna go run to her and
Do me
do it.
first. That would be more useful.
Do what?
well, let her go. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Hondo and assess her condition.
okay, and Dredric's there. He just dispatched a drow, and he nods at you as you run by, and oh, good to see you again, miss. He kind of gives you a curtsy or tips his helmet, the beaver on his helmet. Tink.
I forgot he's a bit of a flirt.
Yeah, he likes the ladies. He's an old timer though, right? He must be pushing 60, Dredric. Seen many wars. And so you run up to attend. Give me a wisdom check as you kneel down. Ah, you see the crossbow bolts, of course. Drow poison.
I think that'll do it.
No, you want to roll low.
Right, I want to roll low. My brain is.
on the stat checks. Yeah. So yeah, you're just like, I can't do anything. And in fact, I rubber calves or something, and it just, I was going to give you a chance perhaps to try to awake her. Not to be. Who's left? Dredric, who just curtsied you. Scott. Dredric heard the howl of the sire and wondered what he's up to.
I'm either going to cower under my shield or flee back rationally to my friends, maybe, if I'm thinking that way, towards our party. I'm not sure. So I guess,
Right.
what do you think is,
and whatever random?
how do you decide what the
Okay,
what the
let
thought
me
of a irrational person is?
well, let me put it in your mind like it's a panic. All right? Like it's a panic where you lose control.
Yeah.
So you have to flee from the enemy. And cowering it would be an option if you have nowhere to flee. Like you would actually might even drop your weapon and you can role play this how you see fit, but the power of the spell is pretty intense. And cast by a master of fear.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you may jump out. Now the platform's collapsing next round.
Yeah. Well,
that might be out of your mind. But
I would say you're probably going to run the direction where there's no resistance, which is behind me. And I've got a levitation, so
Yeah.
I guess I can levitate out here in space, kind of over here towards the wall.
flee.
Yeah.
Or you can jump off the platform, right? And desperation too is an option. You just panic and jump off. Yeah, actually make a wisdom check to see if you have the wherewithal to activate levitation, because technically you can't. If you're under fear effect, you can't use magic items and stuff. You just run away in fear.
Okay.
But you're tough, so I'll give you a wisdom check. Oh,
That's
no,
how long
pardon
that
me.
potion
Sorry,
lasts.
sorry, Scott. I'll give you a saving throw, let's say, against. Sorry. See, I'm making up stuff now at this point, everyone.
Yeah,
Technically,
just tell me, what do you think I should do? I'm okay with it. There's
yeah.
the mental save. I don't know if it's a mental save, maybe, or I don't know if that even works.
Yeah, and you're right.
Spell
At this
or
point,
spell or wisdom check.
wisdom check. Your wisdom or less.
What
See
do-
if you can
what
hold
do-
yourself together enough to use that ability. You're still under fear effect.
Nope. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
So
I'm not the most wise guy.
you won't jump off, but levitation isn't like fly, so you'll be like hovering, and you can't move sideways with levitate. Well, you push off. Yeah, you're right. So
Yeah.
you can push off and float across. These two drow will pursue you. They can levitate.
Well, I kind of pushed. Okay. Okay. That's cool.
Oh, pardon me. Second level drow cannot levitate, I don't think.
Oh, so he jumped and fell. Got it. Died in
Yeah.
the fall.
How about you? Now, something interesting happens, Gwyden, as you're fleeing. And at this point, I have to go. Somebody's showing up here any second.
Recall.
No, not quite. It's been an intense session. I'm going to stop the recording soon.
No more
Whether
subterfuge. That's what I say.
yeah,
A well
you're
planned
right.
attack, we could have taken this out without being all over the place.
Perhaps you're right. Unless you have a good subterfuge, right? If it's a good
Yeah,
one.
but our wasn't.
It's, I think this week during chat, we need to formulate the next time that we encounter a group, how we're going to conduct ourselves so that we don't end up with shit hitting the fan.
How are you going to deal with
Yeah,
the politics?
Well, we need a yeah. Well, we can talk about the politics too, but
That's later a bit, but yeah.
I was gonna say we need kind of a couple of key role players, people playing a part, people, someone's in charge, barking orders, other people kind of playing into it. We need something we can kind of a little routine that we can fall back on, and so that we're not completely improvising each encounter.
And I sense also, you guys feel free to like let your imagination flow, like in this role playing sense, and coming up with ideas. And just when you have like, there's a lot of you have time where you have like 10 minutes, and I noticed a lot of you use it well. Like you're looking up rules and things like that, and options to get out of binds. Brad, you're looking up poison stuff, and Scott, you came up with ideas. That really happened tonight. I was impressed. That started to come out. And yes, you guys were unprepared. And when you were put on the spot, you didn't have who was doing what. And you're absolutely right,
Yeah, it
Scott.
was more, well, yeah, and it was more resistance than I was expecting, honestly, too.
It was